All right? Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. We want to give double honors to my apostles and elders, great millstone, who teach very well. Where we like this truth from, and citation like that to the hope for elect. Continue to preach this word and our true faith is sincerity. You know, and today, just start with
Yeah, this is the book of Sirach, Ecclesiastes, chapter 2. So like it. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 1.
Yeah, while you're gonna look for it, that's, you know, we coming on, coming this truth. It's not like it's gonna be a cakewalk. The Lord, He's gonna give you certain trials and tribulations so you can get better, man. You know, you got it.
Sirach 2 and 1, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation.
So if you come to serve the Lord, if you come to serve Yahweh Shema Shah, you supposed to prepare yourself for temptation, man. This the Lord give you the contract, man. Basically saying, I'm gonna give you the key to heaven, I'm gonna do this. But He also said, are you willing to drink of this cup? You know, because again, it ain't like you just gonna come to the truth, you're gonna have the world mixed with it. Now you have to bear your cross by yourself, man. You know, you got it.
It says, set thy heart aright.
Yeah, get your mind right.
And constantly endure.
It says, and constantly endure. When you go into that word endure, it means to make hard. Job 6 and 10. You know, because we get into this truth, we're being made hard, man. No, and that's how, and that's the ability of a stone, man. A stone is made hard, man. You know?
This is Job chapter 6 and verse 10. It says, then should I yet have comfort.
Yes, it says, then should I yet have comfort. Because while we go through those trials and tribulations, we have this truth to comfort us, man. And we just seen a car going by, and it had the comfort specialist, man. And that's what these scriptures are. These scriptures are the comfort specialists unto us, man. Because while you're going through these trials and tribulations, you can go back into the times of old when somebody else went through and they had been saved out of that situation, man. You know, you got up.
It says, then should I have comfort? Yeah. I would harden myself in sorrow.
Yeah, I will harden myself in sorrow, man. That's another word for endure, man, to make hard. You know, you got it.
Let him not spare, for I have not concealed the words of the Holy One.
And that's it, man, because while we catching this hell, we still out here pushing out this word, man. It's not like we holding our sword back with blood because we going through something. No, man. We turning that to the side. We giving our all until Yahweh Shema Shah. You know? You got something?
Yeah, God. This is 2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahweh Shai.
Yes, it says endure hardness as a good soldier, man. Because what it's going to say, die faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is weak, man. Basically, we're going through these tribulations so Yahweh Shema Shai can make us battle men, make us battle warriors, man. You got it?
It said, no man that warreth entangling himself with the affairs of this world.
Yeah, so we don't care about the things of this lifetime, man. Why? Because the things of this lifetime will basically overthrow you. You got it?
That he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
So again, we throwing everything to the side and we giving our all unto Yahweh Shema Shai, man. And that's the best trade-off ever, man. Matthew 19 to 28, man. That's the best trade-off ever. Casting out everything of this world and this society to cleave into Yahweh Shai. To basically get the kingdom of heaven, man.
This is James chapter 5 and verse 10. Take my brethren, the prophets, who have spoken in the name of the Lord, for an example of suffering affliction.
They said for an example of suffering afflictions, man. So again, we're going through these different things, and actually we go through these different things, the experience that we go through, we actually tell another brother so he can build up his faith, man. It ain't like you going through this for something, because he might be another brother on down the line, he might go through something that you went through, and you will have some uncomfortable words for him, you know?
It says, for an example of suffering affliction and of patience. Behold, we count them happy which endure.
Yeah. He said we count them happy that which endure, man. Because once you endure, you being made better, man. You know? Apostle High, he made a point for us on love catching hell, man. Because you getting more and more pure in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Shai. You got it?
Ye have heard of the patience of Job.
And that spirit, you have heard, look what Job went through, man. Nobody else went what Job went through, man. You got it?
That the Lord is very, you have seen, you have heard of the patience of Job, and have seen the end of the Lord. That the Lord is very pitiful and of tender mercy. And the Lord is full of very pitiful and tender mercy, man. That's how he gave us this truth and brought us back to our heritage, man. All right, that's a portion of us enduring these trials and tribulations that's set before us.
Hey, just make a point. Then talk about the latter end of Job.
Okay.
But I got something. There you go. This is Hebrews 12:2. Looking unto Yahushua, the author and finisher of our faith.
Yeah, it says, look unto Yahushua, man, because one thing about Yahushua, he prevailed. He got the victory, man. You got it? Now, what motivated him to get the victory? You got it?
Who for the joy that was set before
The
him.
kingdom. And that's what motivates us, man. And like when you go in, like when you're going through the trials and tribulations, you just putting your head down. Now you're looking forward, man. Because it's always a light to the end of the tunnel, man. You got it?
It said, endure the cross,
Yep.
despising the same, and he sat down at the right hand of the throne of the Most
So
High.
Yahushua, when he went through all that, his reward to sit down at the right hand of the throne of the Most High, man. And what the scripture say, this light temptation, worketh more, far exceeding more glory, man. So the things that we're going through is nothing compared to what's going to happen to the kingdom of heaven, man. For the Israelites, man. Because real life, the children of Israel, the black Latinos, and every man, we've been, getting our ass whooped here, man. And rightfully so, because we sinned against the Lord. But guess what? It's going to be the day when the Lord is going to comfort us again and basically set us up in our right place again, man. You know?
I said, which that comfort starts down, but it's going to grow. It's going to actually grow, and it's going to be in its perfection when our Lord Yahushua returns.
That's a lot. I got the precept. It's the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 2, verse 10. Look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded? Or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken? Or whom did he ever despise that called upon him?
So guess what, man? You look at the times of old, King David, look at Daniel, the 3 holy children. Look how the Lord delivered them, man. But how much more us nowadays, man? Because we're coming in the same stead. Basically, we're coming under the same banner, the legacy of the prophets, man. If those same prophets are here today, they'll be speaking the same thing. So again, just going back, look how the Lord delivered them, how much more he's going to deliver us. Lord willing, we be a part of that number. That's it.
So this is Romans 8 and 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time,
These sufferings of these present times, whether it be by somebody pissing you off, somebody getting on your nerves, or even something going on in your mind. You feel your stomach hurts, your back hurts, anything.
it says, it says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
That's it. So the things that we're going through now is nothing compared to what we're going to receive in the kingdom of heaven, man. This is the best trade-off ever, man. Now you lose the things of this world, whether it be by your women or your children or your car, your clothes. You lose all that just to gain your have a shot, man. Let me find it. In Philippians, it says, Apostle Paul said he count all things as done to win you have a shot, man. You got something?
I got something else. This is 2 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 17. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, working for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory. So again, this affliction that we're suffering is not going to be compared to the kingdom. All right, and those are the conditions of the battle. This is what you're going to have to go through to get to the kingdom. Again, it says, again it says, for our light affliction. So yeah, we're not even being punished on the scale that we're supposed to be punished on. All right, it's a light affliction. It says, which is but for a moment. It's just for a moment, man. All right, the Lord said he loosed this devil for a small season. It says, working for
his anger is not going to be forever. His wrath is not going to be forever, man. See, it's gonna get to the point the Lord's going to release that anger. That's why it's going to be a thing called Jacob's trouble. That's when the Lord going to get it all out of his system. You know what I mean? But then, even in that, it tells that the Lord's going to give the elect line a ransom. Yeah, so, hey, that's why I said, but he is going to be saved out of me, and the elect of the nation of Israel is going to be delivered. But the Lord's going to get that anger. It's going to be fully appeased when Jacob's trouble comes forth.
And it's bad because we'll catch your hair now, while everybody else gonna catch hair later. You know?
And a little bit more, it says, but for a moment, which worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory.
And that's bad because it says this affliction is but for a moment. It's temporal, only a period of time, man. But it says the reward is a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, man. Now what's 5 minutes to eternity or 1,000 years to eternity? You know what I'm saying? So little things that we're going through now is nothing that's going to be compared to that's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. This really, why we're going through these things now, is really so we can appreciate righteousness way much more, man. You know?
It says, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen.
So again, we're not setting our mind on the things that's here now, you know? We're setting on the things that's in the future, man, because the things in the future is going to last forever, man, and it start right now. It start with your mind right now. You know, you got it.
For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal.
And that's bad because we don't see the kingdom now. But guess what? Yahweh Shai said the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. You know? That was it on that one.
This is the book of Philippians, chapter 3, verse 8. Yea, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of the knowledge of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, my Lord.
That's it. So he count everything as lost, man. Just so you can get Yahweh Shai. So again, no matter what cost it takes, as long as you got this word, man. Because again, just going back to Job, Job lost everything, but at the end he received everything back 100-fold.
For whom I have suffered the loss of all things.
Yeah, I've suffered the loss of all things, man. Because again, the things that we lost, really the things that we lost, it's really nothing, man. And the Lord made us lose those things, so what? It can benefit us, man. Again, whether it be a woman, either your game, either your cop. That was what that was what was like kind of excited. That was what that was distract you from fully committing yourself unto the Lord, man. So Lord took that away so you can fully focus on him. You know? You got it.
And do count them but dung.
He count them but dung but shit, man. And that's what everything here pretty is, man. Everything that's here in this society is defiled, man. And you ain't like you gonna take that up in a chariot with you. Your car, your Hummer, your Chevy or whatever. It ain't like the Lord gonna say, yo, make sure you bring that. No, man. The Lord gonna destroy that, man. And if you love that so much, he gonna destroy you with it, man. You know? You got it.
The elements gonna melt and burn in heat. That lets you know that Genesis 15, we already talked about the great Sunday, that's talking about Egypt, man. Because we ain't taking none but our mind. Oh, that's why I said the Lord gonna save the upright and hard. He's just gonna take your heart. Just your mind. We got the tabernacle. That's waiting for us, man.
Get your new body.
Yeah, that's it.
That I may win Hamashiach.
So you'll lose everything just so you can gain Yahweh Shai. Just that one man who found that one goodly pearl. He sold everything that he had because he had the discernment to know what saved his life and what don't. You know? You got something?
This is the book of St. Matthew 19. I started at 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, Behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore?
And this Peter really coming to Yahweh Shai like, hey man, you know, we lost everything. What's up, man? Continue, you know, basically asking his paycheck for his reward. You got it?
And Yahweh Shai said unto them, Verily I say unto you,
Real talk.
that ye which have followed me in the regeneration.
Yeah, ye that follow me in the regeneration, follow me right now. You know, because we follow Yahweh Shai back then, and that made us through the Spirit, Lord willing, we follow him now to the end, man. You got it?
It says, in a regeneration, when the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, ye shall also sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, he said, sit upon the 12 thrones, judging 12,000 tribes of Israel. Basically, rulership, man. And again, that's the best trade-off. You losing everything in this world just so you can rule forever, man. And again, the things that we lose on this world, whether it be by your mama, your uncle, anybody, man, they're going to come back, man. And that's the comfort that Yahweh Shai have given. Yahweh Shai have given unto us the comfort that this not going to be forever. No, you suffering, you breathing in chemtrails, no, you living this lifestyle. You know, you putting your stock into, you know what they say, putting your money in a bag full of holes. The Lord tell you, man, don't worry about that shit, man. You know, I'm going to get you right. You know, you got something?
Beautiful.
Okay, you got it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doth corrupt.
That's it. Don't lay up yourselves treasures upon this world, man, because it's corner, it's temporal, man. Even if you have a whole bunch of money, all you need is some water and some corrosion. Now you broke. Even gold, man. You know, Lord, that's nothing in the eyes of Yahweh Shema Rashad. You got it?
And where thieves break through and steal.
You can get robbed. You got it?
But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
And yet, that's eternal riches that we're laying up right here, man. These eternal riches with nobody, nobody can rob your eternal riches. Nobody can take your brain from the breakdown, like rob you from the breakdown or anything, you know? But anyway, just going back, it's just like this. Yahweh Shema Shah, we're gonna have these spiritual riches, and we're gonna end up cashing out in the times of Jacob's trouble, man. It ain't like these corner riches gonna save you from the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah. What's gonna save you from the wrath of Yahweh Shema Shah is these spiritual riches, man. Knowing what's going on, you know?
This is Hebrews chapter 6 and verse 10. For the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love.
Yes, because it ain't like we beating the air, man. Yahweh Shema, actually the things that we're doing is sin, because why? Everybody is waking up. You know, even like the dude we just seen, he just said, I like them friends. Even we did our job. The word is getting out there, man. And that's the mission that Yahweh Shema Shah put us on. We say, go ye out there and preach and say the kingdom of heaven is at hand. The whole planet Earth can feel that this society is over with, and that the new kingdom, the new regime, which is going to be ran by Yahweh Shah, who is called Jesus Christ, the new regime is going to be ruling the planet Earth. It's soon on the come up, man. And everybody know that right now, man. Why? Because the prophets have been declaring it, man. Before anything happened, it got to be declared before it happened, man. You know? You got it?
God, it says, which have shown, Shalaki, we started at the top. It says, for the Most High is not unrighteous to forget your work and labor of love, which ye have showed toward his name, in that ye have ministered to the saints and do minister.
It says, and do minister, man. They're basically waking up the elect, man. Waking up the lost children of Israel, man. Because again, the quicker that the elect wake up, the quicker it can all hell break. The quicker we can get out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? We done quick Bible shop. Revelation 7 in verse 3. Like 3 or 2 or 3. Because again, quicker everybody wake up, quicker everybody can realize, the elect. You know what I'm saying? The quicker the elect wake up, the quicker we get out of here, man. Because soon as that last one woke up, the Lord, he's going to see destruction, man. You know? He's going to see all hell. Yeah.
Revelation 7, I started at 1. It said, after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, having the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servant of our power in their foreheads.
So the Lord basically saying, don't destroy everything yet until the elect be fulfilled, man. Because what the Lord is going to do, he's going to gather up the elect and save them and destroy everybody else, man. The same thing he did with Noah. The same thing he did with like this, the same story, it just told a different way, man. You know?
That's Ezekiel 9, that mark. That's that stamp of exemption. So when the Lord relieved these, you finna get that? Oh yeah, you still get that because it's gonna be 94. Because the Lord is about to release these death angels to the highest extent. You about to see the sword at its height. You about to see the famine at its height. It's not like you're gonna be rationing bread. It's gonna get to the point cannibalism is about to be involved here in America. Yep. You got a restaurant on every street. You don't think this place built up for a famine? This is the most proudest kingdom ever erected, man. You don't think mourning and sorrow is gonna be exchanged for that? Just like we catching hell to exchange for the knowledge, they're gonna catch hell in exchange for their pride, man.
It's that.
You know?
Oh, if I may right quick, I've been holding this and it just went along right with what you just brought out. This is Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 18. The wicked shall be a ransom for the righteous.
See, the wicked's gonna be a ransom for the righteous.
And the transgressor for the upright.
Woo! Say that upright and hard again. But that's who this trouble is gonna be for you people, man. You know? And that ransom is gonna be dramatic too, man. You might be running and it might be somebody right there, but I don't see you. They gun down the person right beside you, man. That's gonna be a ransom, man.
Your brother had a dream about that last year. Well, it was him was running with a little Chinese girl, and they seen the Chinese girl, but they ain't see him, and they took her ass off.
That's the ransom, man. But
That's
so
the Lord.
said, when them death angels come,
That's it.
whoever got that mark,
Yep.
they're gonna be invisible to the wrath, man.
That's how in refuge of the Lord. Hiding that top, that strong tower.
That's it.
You know?
And you know how like those them little hunting games, them little shooting games, there's certain targets you're supposed to hit, but it's them targets that got the X on it.
Yeah.
Don't hit that target.
Yeah.
But that's how it is with that mark of exemption, man. You got to
Real quick, just going back, like you said, because he gonna kill some people just for you.
Yeah.
It says Isaiah 43 in verse 3. It's like a verse 4. It says, since thou was precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee. Therefore will I give men for thee, and people for thy life. You know, and that's what Yahweh Shema Shah gonna do, man. He's gonna take other people out just for you, man. You know, basically a trade-off, man, just so you can live the next day. And again, you're gonna say the water Yahweh Shema Shah for preserving you, man. Whether people out of where your little kid or anybody, man. Yahweh Shema Shah, he took them out for a reason, just so you can live to the next day, man. You know?
That's beautiful.
You gotta go out.
Come, this is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. And the Lord, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof.
There's 602. That lets you know it's an angel over there. Like it's an angel that gives you the Holy Spirit. It's an angel they got power over fire. And there's an angel that gives you the mark of exemption. God said, all right, for you to give destruction, he got to do his job first. And let you know it's order in prophecy, man.
That's it.
You know, you got it out.
And to the others, he said in mine ear.
And that's talking about 2/3 of our people, man. They are others. They are known as others because they are not under the banner of Israel or the Israel of the Most High. They are a whole nother nation right now, man. That's why they just others. Them niggas over there. What they call that? Thoughts. That hoe over there. Just that hoe over there. Kill her.
Yeah.
That was the Lord talking about.
Yep.
We got it out.
Go ye after him through the city, and smite.
Yup.
Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity.
And that them devil, they're gonna, cause they out here now, but they're gonna be released and it's fullness. They're gonna be these ain't gonna be no cap. You know, it's just gonna be. It says it's gonna come in its perfection, in its fullness, man. So when these devil angels really get let loose, man, you ain't gonna have no choice but to hope your Yahweh Shema shall have mercy because ain't gonna be nothing corner you can do to get out of the situation. Just gonna be sorrows on every side. They let you know the help gotta come from on high. That's just like you're in a room with no doors in it. But ain't no ceiling. That's the only way you can get out that situation is from on high. Oh, what is this song?
121.
Yep, that's it. My high, the help come from on high, from the hills, but you gotta slack it up. But you can go, it's on that. Yeah, come on, keep going on that.
Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children, and women.
See?
But come not near any man upon whom is the mark.
Hey, so don't come either way. Don't shoot that target. Your points get deducted if you shoot that. So when them angels get released, them death angels, they already know who's gonna get because you're gonna be ones that got the stamp of the mark of exemption, but it's gonna be free game for everybody else, man.
That's Passover.
Yeah. Ooh, that's it. Man, matter of fact, let me get that, man.
Because the doors of our mind is covered with the scriptures, you know. The Yahweh Shai, you know. And he's gonna, Lord willing, when do it to the end, he's gonna be able to give us that exemption, man. All right. Matter of fact, get that word exemption. Google that word exemption. Let's get a simple Google definition. It's going to be of the Lord's mercy. He'll pardon us for our sins, man. We've all done stuff worthy of death. You got that word? Exemption? Go ahead.
All right, it says the process of freeing or state of being free from an obligation or liability imposed on others.
See? Imposed on others. So they're going to be held liable for their sins. But the Lord is going to pardon us. We endure to the end. That's what we're speaking about, man. This is why. exemptions and judgment.
It's mad just going back. Because I was looking for if the righteous takes a deep in the world with judging. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's how because all these different things that set out is really set for the 2/3, man. It really wasn't meant for the righteous. Yeah, the righteous, they might be in the midst of it, but the righteous will get out of it, man. Now I noticed in Psalms, but they would say the righteous touch iniquity, like 125.
I got that.
You got it.
Exodus for you. This is Exodus 12, and I started at 11. It said, and thus shall ye eat with your loins guarded, and your shoes on your feet, and your staff in your hand. God, this is Exodus 12 and 11. It said, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet.
And that's bad right there. It says your loins guarded, man. Because when your loins guarded, that's not you being relaxed, man. That's you being basically bracing yourself for what else can come on. You know? You can run. You know?
You know, I said, and your shoes on your feet.
Yeah, your shoes on your feet. You
I
got it.
said, and your staff in your hand, and ye shall eat it in haste.
Eat it in haste, basically, you got to get it while it's hot, man. You got it.
It is the Lord's Passover. For I will pass through the land of Egypt this night.
Yeah, this is Egypt right now. We're in the midst of the night, man. This is the land of gross darkness. You got it.
It will smite all the firstborn of the land of Egypt, both man and beast, and against all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am the Lord.
Yeah, you know he's going to execute judgment. How he's going to execute judgment? By putting people to death, man. You know?
So like I think I was just on the man rolled by just playing on turn this mother out. Lord is gonna turn this mother out. Shit.
Man.
Yep. This point right here, verse 13. It said, and the blood shall be to you for a token.
That's it. And that's the blood of Yahweh Shai, man. Because we have the blood of Yahweh Shai on our doorposts mentally, man. You have these scriptures in your mind, man. You got it.
Hey, it said, hey, you know, like the tokens, you gotta have a token to get on the ride.
Yeah.
That ain't same thing this time. Like a hall pass. Woo. It said, and the blood shall be for you to you for a token upon the houses where ye are. And when I see the blood, I will pass over you.
So you see Yahweh Shai you. Because don't say, we had a mind. So who we have a mind of Yahweh Shai that he may instruct them, but we have the mind of Mashiach.
Yep.
You know? Yeah.
It said, I will pass over you, and the plague shall not be upon you to destroy you when I smite the land of Egypt.
And it's mad because the Lord, the plagues that the Lord got set out, the sword, famine, death, and destruction, that's set out for 2/3 of the people, man. 2/3 of the nation of Israel. It's not set out for the elect, man. That's why we just hoping and praying to Yahweh Shema Shai that we be a part of that number, man.
Right.
You know, again, like you read the book of Noah, if you know, Noah have a movie, Noah a superhero. You don't want to say, man, I want to be the guy that will make. Nah, you want to say you want to be Noah, man. Because the Noah was the guy that got saved, man. While everybody else that scoffed and went against him, went against the grain against them, they got put to death, man. You know?
This is Psalms 125 and 3. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous.
Yeah, so the rod of the wicked, the destruction, all hands, your sticks get killed. It said it would not rest upon the lot of the righteous. You got it?
Lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity.
So basically, you go back into the world, man, or you do the things of this world, man. That's when the rod of the wicked will rest upon you, man. And it's going to rest upon a lot of people, man, because the Lord have a sore destruction plan before the land of Israel, man. You know, that's what going back to Ezekiel 9 and the 9th chapter. That's where the judgment of the Lord is going to start, man. Everybody lets other circumcision, man. Jeremiah 9 and like 24 or like 25. Because the Lord, he's going to get rid of the judgment on everybody who claim you're Israelite. You claim that you died for Israel, but you still eat pork, smoking weed, or even just going against the grain, against the doctrine, man. The Lord have a sore plan for you, man. He's going to judge you like he's going to judge the rest of the people, man. You know, you got it.
This is Ezekiel 18 and 21. But if the wicked turn from all his sins that he have committed, and keep my statutes, and do that which is lawful and right, he shall surely live, he shall not die.
So if you repent, you're going to have life. That's what it's saying. If you repent and return yourself into Yahweh Shema Shai, you're going to be preserved from the day that's coming ahead, man. Because again, the days that are coming in is the days like no other, man. And there ain't no way you can ramble your way or try to manhandle yourself your way out of this. No, man. It's gonna have to take a divine inspiration and a divine intervention to get out of here, man. And that divine intervention start with your mind, man. You know? That's what it is. That's it.
Son, this is the book of Jeremiah 9:25. Behold, the days come, said the Lord, that I will punish all them which are circumcised with the uncircumcised.
It's bad, because I said, like, that's prophecy, man. So the prophecy is coming to pass right now with the Lord. He's the judge, the circumcised, the uncircumcised. Yeah, you probably know you're an Israelite, but you really don't know what's going on, man. You don't know the feel or the pulse upon the planet Earth, man. That's why Yahweh Shai, the big thing Yahweh Shai said, watch, man. Because you know now what hour the Son of Man comes, and you trying to live it up in Israel, make a new national or anything, but guess what? All hell breaking loose, man. You know?
And then, as you know, there's a difference between knowing about the truth and being in the truth, man. Them two different walks, man. Well, Lord, that's why I said the judge gonna begin at the house of the Most High, man. Get them niggas that just know about it. That's not in it. You know?
That's beautiful though. You know, and that's balance. Because you're not doing the thing that's gonna lead to your salvation, for you to be preserved. I got something for you. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 9 and verse 5. Like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest.
Yes, the end of this current rulership is made manifest right before our eyes, man. But there's certain people that still trying to cling on to this burning building, you know?
It says, even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings in wonders and powerful works, and endings in effects and signs.
It's just in the endings and effects and signs, so you're going to be able to see what's going on before it even happened, man. You know? Yeah.
And everyone that shall be saved,
everyone that shall be saved, man. That's the important part, man. Because that's the whole part of the ministry, man. Is basically to get delivered, man. For the Lord to have the sure mercies of David upon you, man. Because we're not doing this for GP or just, we're doing it because we want the Lord to save us, man. And this is the ticket to your salvation right here.
Okay. If I make just like Noah, the Lord gave him a blueprint for him to be saved.
Prepared an art to the saving of his house. It's the same art, but now the blueprints is teaching.
That's it.
I would say them that believe. Teach the foolishness of preaching.
Back in 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 7, it says, and everyone that shall be saved shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed.
Yeah, by his works and by faith, man. Because like I say, faith without works is dead, man. You know? You got it.
It says, shall be preserved.
Shall be preserved. That's the ultimate thing, man. That's a key thing about salt. And that's what this truth represents, man. A key thing about salt is preserve you throughout the elements, man. Even though you might be in the midst of this, you miss that. But if you have salt, you're going to be preserved from that, man. And that's what this wisdom and knowledge and understanding do to you.
This is Proverbs 2 and 10. When wisdom enter into thy heart, and knowledge is pleasant unto thy soul, discretion shall preserve thee. Understanding shall keep thee.
So this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding is going to preserve you from these dangerous times that's going to come ahead, man. Dr. Bishop, read the next verse.
Con. And I can say something too. This is not your conventional wisdom. This wisdom is the greatest form of wisdom. When you read that in Ecclesiastes 9, I can tell you the greatest form of wisdom when that poor wise man delivered the city. So that was pretty much the wisdom of preservation, man. You know? It says, this Proverbs 2 and 12, to deliver thee from the way of the evil man.
Yeah, to deliver you from the way of Esau, man. You got it.
From the man that speaketh forward things.
And perverse things, man. And that's the only thing that come out this devil's mouth, man. But we have this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Like I said, this true wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. It's going to get you. It's going to deliver you from this evil man. You know?
Good. Back in 2nd Ezra 9 and verse 8, it says, shall be preserved from the said peril, and see my salvation in my land.
Yeah, shall see the salvation in Yahweh Shai, man. Those that love his appearing, man. And that's why we're doing this, because we want to, what do we want to see Yahweh Shai? We want to see Yahweh Shai beam us up, man. You know, you got it.
And within my borders, for I have sanctified them
He have separated them. You got it.
For me from the beginning.
From the beginning, so you have been predestinated to do this, man. Again, the prophets was predestinated to be prophets, man. They was predestinated to prophesy, man. like a tool. When you go out a screwdriver, you pull them out to screw something in. When you have to pull out a hammer, you use the hammer something in, man. And when the Lord pull out the prophets, he uses the prophets to prophesy, man. And he always delivered the prophets. You guys know.
I got something real quick. This is Sirach 36:15. Give testimony unto those that thou hast possessed from the beginning, and raise up prophets that have been in thy name.
That's it, man. The Lord, he's raising up prophets from the time of old, man. Because Haggai, Habakkuk, Daniel, Zechariah, Zephaniah, they all back here today, man. And they got the same testimony, man. You know, the same word. You got some air?
Yeah, just going back to the screwdriver. When the screwdriver was created, it was created to screw in screws. Like, you create a flathead for a flathead screw. The Lord created a prophet to prophesy, man. That's why I said the spirit of prophets is subject to the prophet. Oh, yeah, that's it. Oh, that's what you got. Yeah. That's it. That lets you know that's reincarnation too, man. You know?
Oh, go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 14, verse 32. And the spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets.
Oh, so they said the spirit of the prophets are subject to the prophets. So therefore, when Jeremiah came back, he did what Jeremiah always did. Matter of fact, somebody get Jeremiah 28. So the legacy of the prophets, every time it's going to get to the point, you're going to start prophesying, man. You know? That has always been the legacy of the prophets, man. You're going to declare something, Yahweh Shemel Shai is going to do before it happens. You know, back then was hundreds and thousands of years before it happened, but now we're doing it in this lifetime, man. It's going to happen in this life. You got to know.
This is Jeremiah 28:8.
Yep.
The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old.
See, so before Jeremiah, that means Noah, Lot, and after Jeremiah. All today, all the way up to today, man. You know, what has been the message? You got it.
Prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms,
Yep.
of war and of evil and of pestilence.
See, that has always been the case, man. We come not to give you the bad news, man. Especially this the most wickedest kingdom ever. You don't think we're going to talk about the destruction of this place? You know? But this has always been the case. Every time the prophets came on the scene, it was bad news. And this time, the bad news is going to be in your face. It ain't like finna die off and they said, yeah, man, Dawg did say this 150 years ago. And it happened. No, it's going to happen every time. It's going to happen in this lifetime, man. You know?
And for real, man, the Lord is making things manifest, man, faster and faster. We are declaring his word, and he already put his words in our mouth, you know, so anything we speak, you know, it's starting to manifest, and it's hitting faster and faster and faster. You know, you may not see it when it happened, but you'll hear something that happened regarding what the Lord told you to prophesy about. And it's happening faster and faster.
That's why I said, behold.
That's it.
Because you're going to get to the point. You ain't just looking at the words. You see it on the news and shit, man. You know, so that word, behold, you're going to actually see the words of Yahweh Shemel. This is the words of the Lord. And it's going to manifest through these plays, the things we're speaking of. You got something? Yeah, hold it, Jeremiah, too.
It's not Ezekiel 25 verse. It's like Ezekiel 12 verse 25.
Yep.
For I am the Lord, I will speak, and the word that I shall speak shall come to pass.
See, and guess what? The Lord is speaking his words through the prophets, man. Why? Because we saying the precept. We calling that the precept first. And we might roughly paraphrase or quote it. But these are the words of Yahweh Shemel Shai, man. We just conveying them to you, breaking it down to the simplest form. So you can understand it, because this is the time where it was going to actually make sense. That's why I said seal the words to the time of the end, because it was going to make sense. You didn't know what the arrows meant until the missile was created. You know? You got to go up.
It says, it shall be no more prolonged.
It shall be no more prolonged, meaning what? We're not prophesying about something that's going to happen 500 years from now. We're prophesying about the thing that's about to take place in this lifetime. Soon, Lord, what is this year, man? I'm tired of looking at McDonald's cups and shit everywhere, man. Oh, just society itself. Street lights and shit. Just the simplest thing. Concrete. We tired of seeing all this, man. You got it.
It says, for in your days, O rebellious house,
Yep.
when I say the word, and will perform it, saith the Lord power.
So guess what? In this lifetime, this one thing is going to take place. Matter of fact, continue on that.
God, it says, and again the word of the Lord came to me, saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
So after he just said it's going to happen in your lifetime, a nigga turn around and say, man, you said that 30 years. You been teaching it for 30-some years. 35 years. But guess what? It was a build-up. Just like a plant. You don't take it home, you water a plant, and that day you eat the fruit of it. No, man. It's a process. It was a build-up to the destruction of America. You know? But a nigga turn around, right back around and say, man, you been talking about this for 35 years, man. Oh, we just talking about the 2000 thing. Nigga say, you said that 20 years ago. Man, I'm telling you. But when it happened, man, though it tear, it's not gonna tear. Because you niggas gonna get it. You coming in for a rude awakening, man. You gotta do what? You got
2 Peter 3.
Oh, and I can say something too. Hey, with Noah, it actually happened in this lifetime, in his lifetime.
Yep.
Even though it was 120 years, but that was their lifespan was different. You know? But that happened in Noah's lifetime. You got to do what?
2 Peter 3, and we start at verse 3, it says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lust.
Why? Because they scoffing at this message. See, they use this Bible for, you know, their own lust. You know what I mean? You know, the pastor, they gonna use that shit. Will a man rob God?
Yeah.
But at the same breath, man, the law's done away. You can eat your pork chop sandwich. But will you rob God? You know? But they use it after their own lust. So when you come with the real message, with the bitter herbs, they scoffing at it. They spit it out their mouth. You know? You got it.
God, it says, in saying, where is the promise of his coming? But since the fathers fell asleep, all things continue as they were from the beginning of creation.
See, so they saying ain't nothing gonna take place, man. And even the ones that are circumcised get that same approach. They ain't actually gotta say it. But through their actions, that's what they saying. By pretty much giving that spirit up like you won already. That you sit back, you just waiting on the chariot to pop up one day. No, man. All hell about to break loose. It's gonna be a series of plagues before the ultimate plague, man. That's what's about to take place, but it's a build-up. You know, just like rain. It don't. Sometimes it do, but the sky just open up. But that barrier it creeps up on you, man. You start seeing it become cloudy. Then you start hearing thundering and lightning. Then eventually it start raining, man. It's windy and shit. But it's a build-up to it.
Yep.
And that's what you see now. You still got niggas scoffing, man. But the chip right around it is actually, you know what I mean? Chip is heavily being promoted.
Yeah, it's thundering and lightning.
That's that thunder, the wind and all that.
See what's going on?
You ain't in the house yet?
Damn, I was good.
Yeah, you can discern the size of the sky. You can't discern the time. You'll go in the house when it's raining, but when the real rain comes, you outside with no shirt on.
Yeah, outside.
Yeah. You gotta come out of that. Well, you get pneumonia. Everybody heard that.
But see, that was what the brother said earlier, discernment.
Yep.
They don't have the discernment to know what time it is. They will be taking in that shit.
Yep.
This going back on what you said about how they said, like, you know, it's gonna be like 20 years from now. This book of Ezekiel, chapter 12, and verse, we start at 26. Again, the word of the Lord came to me saying, Son of man, behold, they of the house of Israel say, the vision that he seeth is for many days to come.
Yep.
And he prophesied the times that are far off.
Alright. So he said he prophesied the times that are far off, man. Meaning what? You don't see the status of America declining. You don't see a famine brewing. You don't see the money crashing. You just think everything is, because you can still order brother, don't mean shit ain't changing.
Right.
Just because you can flip your light on, turn a faucet and water come out, don't mean that the status of America is declining. That shit ain't happening. You got it. I'll continue on.
It says, therefore say unto them, thus said the Lord Yahweh,
Yep.
there shall none of my words be prolonged anymore,
Yep.
but the word which I have spoken shall be done, said the Lord Yahweh.
So the words which the Lord gonna speak is going to be done. It's going to happen in this lifetime. The destruction of niggas, of America and everything we're in it, man. It's going to be destroyed, man. And we waiting on it, man. We waiting on these niggas to die, man. You know what I mean? Because what else a nigga going to do? It's only bring more niggas, which is more death.
They say, now let the folks who have that fool in the vein, man. Because the mindset of these niggas is vain, man. They all they want, like you said, all they want is ride on. Watch they call the Saturdays and ride off and trick off, man. That's vain, man. These niggas actually don't have no real life, man.
It's bad because the height of a nigga like just a regular old grimy street nigga. Like say he'll watch his car and he'll end it off at a gas station at night. And end up with a shootout and a sit coat. But that was the height of the nigga night. That's why he had to die. He got to die by the sword. Somebody got to actually play that role too. We talk, the deliverance. It's the elect. They're gonna play that part, but somebody actually got to die. These other things that the Lord spake of, man. Because those are the ones that were born in vain. But those the same one that got that same spirit. Like ain't nothing gonna happen. Like nothing ain't gonna take place, man. Wasn't Simone that Ezekiel 25 can tell you no more flattering divination. Who that? Simone that. Continue on to say no more flattering divination. Because it's going back to Jeremiah. We only telling you all hell breaking loose. But you got niggas saying everything all right, giving that spirit of ease to you, man. But you got to go out. It might be 24 or something. This place is a very heavily homosexual place. There's a lot of faggots and shit out here. There's a lot of abominable things going on, But you suppose that you should just be okay with this place continuing. You should long for the destruction of America. Because that's why you sick. That's why your back hurt, your knees, you see crazy shit, man. This shit this is a nightmare, man. But you read that out, Salah.
Verse 24. For there shall be no more any vain vision.
What does it say at the top? Verse 23.
It says, tell them, therefore, thus saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Oh, no. What's like it? 22, because it's a saying they said then. What 22 say?
Okay, Kyle. It said, son of man, what is this? What is that proverb that ye have in the land of Israel, saying, the days are prolonged and every vision faileth?
And that's the saying of a nigga. He ain't got to say it. He play it out. By living righteous living. They live in that comfort. They ain't looking over their shoulder. That's why I said the fish that are taken in an evil net, the birds that are caught in the snare. Why? Because those animals, they have predators, but they not on top, on 10 like a deer is. Like a gazelle. They always looking over their shoulder. A fish don't look over their shoulder. A bird don't look over their shoulder. They got predators, but they just docile to what's going on. And that's these people, man. They just think everything's okay. Like, ain't nothing gonna take place. Yeah, it might be some bad things, but you're gonna bounce back. You got it,
All right, verse 23. Tell them, therefore saith the Lord Yahweh, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel.
Why? Because it's actually, we talking about these things in real time, and it's gonna happen in real time. That's when that proverb gonna cease. That's when it's actually gonna manifest. You ain't gonna say that, yeah, man, tomorrow I gotta get up for it. All that shit gonna be taken away, man. That's part of that problem. Just saying tomorrow I gotta get up and that's gonna cease. Because you saying the shit ain't happening. You saying the vision is prolonged. But you gotta continue on.
All right, it said, but say unto them, the days are at hand, and the effect of every vision, for there shall be no more any vain vision, nor flattering divinations within the house of Israel.
See, because now, they can't really comfort you and say everything gonna be okay now. Like these so-called pastors and preachers, I don't think they can tell you nothing. You better get that jab. But the Lord with you. That ain't.
That's the only thing they can say that.
But they telling you, they trying to give you something at ease. They trying to give you something to put you at ease, man. But what's going on? The things that you see that's happening on the planet Earth, you can't be at ease.
It ain't matching up, man.
It ain't matching up. What you saying is contradicting what's going on the planet Earth. We're telling you what's going on, the rawness of it. all hell about to break loose. It's about to be a famine. The money's finna crash. You know, and then a mother's like, what should we do? Believe in Yahweh Hashem Shai. Trust in the words I'm giving you. And the nigga will run away from that. Because they can't really see it. They can't touch it. You know, they can't really grasp it. Oh, it tells you, somebody get Hebrews 4, matter of fact. Hebrews 4 and 2. Because they don't really see the benefits of this word. You know? Hey, this is actually confident words. We tell you all hell break on break. But somebody, you know, it's going to be a deliverance that comes from that. They don't want to hear that. They just want to hear just everything's going to be okay. They don't want to hear that it's going to be a new system set up. They you know, Jake ain't used to, when something ain't familiar to them, they're going to reject it. You know, but you got to do what? You got that Hebrew.
Hebrews 4 and 2. For unto us was the gospel preached, as well as unto them.
See? So guess what? This word have been preached to the whole world. You know? You got it?
But the word preached did not profit them.
See, the word preached did not profit them. Meaning what? They didn't see the benefits of this word. Because these are the words of eternity. This is actually your way out. You know, this is your, the bridge to deliverance, to salvation, man. This is how you. This is the necessary steps, the required or the mandatory steps to the way of salvation, man. You actually got to go through this door to be saved. But they don't see that. It don't profit them. Why? Continue on.
Not being mixed with faith.
See, because faith is a spiritual thing. That's not a carnal attribute. Oh, it tells you. Matter of fact, get Hebrews 11.
God, this is the book of Hebrews 11 in verse 6.
Right.
It's like the Hebrews 11 in verse 1.
Spirit.
Yep.
Hebrews 11 verse 1, and it reads, now faith is the substance of things hoped for.
The substance of things. Look at the things we hoping on the kingdom. Well, we know the certain steps that it takes to get to the kingdom. All hell got to break loose.
We hoping the money crash.
We need the money. We actually need the money. We need the chip to come.
That's it.
Why? Because those are the steps that have to take place for the kingdom to come. You can't get the 2 before you count. You can't just count 0, 2. You gotta say 0, 1, 2.
That's it.
But it's steps. It's order, man.
Yep.
You know?
And it's necessary stuff.
Yeah, it's necessary. Yep.
If the Lord jump it, it ain't gonna work out right, man.
The move ain't gonna play. Damn, why he did that? At the end.
He does not move us first to the fed measure.
He fulfilled. Oh, that's it. Woo!
Oh, he got 1 fill up,
Yep.
then 2, then 3, then 4.
That's it. You said what? All the ingredients in the pot now. Now it's being stirred up. You seen the chip, this shit being more and more talked about, the military. Oh, they coming out about the chariots. It's turning out to be that everything we believed in was true. That it was actually fact. What we believed. It wasn't like it was just an opinion. It turned out to be fact, because these are the words of the Lord. Continue on.
God, it says, now faith is the substance of things hoped for,
Yep.
the evidence of things not seen.
So how you gonna have some evidence of something that you can't see? It resonates in you, in your spirit. You know? Because it tells you it was built with the faith in the womb, man. It was built for us to believe. It resonates in our spirit, man. And we are witnesses of the Lord, man. So of course, every time we came back, it was in our spirit to continue to talk about the Lord, because we witnesses of it, man. You know? But go back to that. But it, yeah, go back to that. What that was it on that Ezekiel?
God.
That was it on that. Yeah, now go back to that Jeremiah real quick. Because said there's not going to be no more flattery. Because we ain't going to tell you no bullshit. We're going to tell you what's going on. The road is of it, man. The current status of the planet Earth. Everything is on this system is going on decline. And you see it by the way of now. We actually see this place being torn from the inside out, man. You got to do what?
Come, back in Jeremiah chapter 28 and verse 9, the prophet which prophesied of peace,
Woo, the prophets that prophesy of peace, you got it?
when the word of the prophet shall come to pass,
Yup.
then shall that prophet be known.
Hey, so meaning what? Hold your breath when this nigga tell you that everything gonna be okay, man. Cause it said don't even trust until it happens.
That's it.
That's basically saying don't trust until it happens. Because when Yahweh Shema Shai, every time you come forth, matter of fact, like in 1 Samuel 16, when you see a prophet, there's a certain message that 9 times out of 10 gonna come with the prophet. which is evils, man. Now, even you got certain scriptures, you got chapters dedicated to what's going to happen in the kingdom. But you read a chapter before that, it tells you destruction happened. You know, it tells you destruction took place. Then the kingdom was established. Then you can have peace. You know, you got that.
It's 1 Samuel 16 in verse 4.
Yep.
And it reads, and Samuel did that which the Lord spake.
Yep.
It came to Bethel, and the elders of the town trembled
See, the elders trembled. You got it.
at his coming, and said, comest thou peacefully?
See, so they already knew. That's what the prophet's all about. What you think? That's why I said, if he do prophesy peace, you better wait till it comes in. The Lord did send them, man. Because when you go into it, Jeremiah actually checked him. He checked Hananiah in front of the priest. He checked him in front of everybody, and you see that today. You got us actually putting videos out and checking these other counts about what's taking place, man. You know, you got these counts that promote the jab. You got these other counts that actually promote the chip too. Like your house.
Because by me, like we said, Hananiah, he was like, he had like a what's called, because he got broke the yoke in front of everybody.
It was a gimmick.
It was a gimmick.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, see that in this year, in the same year, we say 3 years, so like, what you call it? The Lord said, man, Lord, he died that year,
Now
man.
he said the Lord gonna keep you this year,
This year,
man.
man.
Yep. Because like you said, it was a gimmick. You broke the yoke, telling you the Lord's gonna break the yoke of Babylon, and Jeremiah said, yeah, may the Lord do so. But the prophet that been before me, they always prophesied of evil, of hell to come forth, man. And that's what we telling you now. You got it.
I got something.
Okay, you got it. Huh?
This is 1 Kings chapter 22.
Woo, that's it.
And I'm going to start at verse 15. And Micah said, as the Lord liveth, what the Lord saith unto me, that will I speak.
Woo, you got it.
So the king, so he came to the king, and the king said unto him, Michael, what shall we go against Ramoth Gilead?
See, and that lets you know the prophets was the real leaders. You can get what that is on. Like you gotta get it. It said second entrance. 1, I would give you leaders, and it was a list of prophets. And you would say, well, Abraham, they were all prophets, man. That was all prophets. Those were real leaders, man. You know, so you actually got a king coming to the prophet inquiring what they should do, man. You got it.
It says, shall we go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall we forbear? And he answered him, go and prosper, for the Lord shall deliver it into thy hand of the king.
Woo!
And the king said unto him, how many times shall I adjure thee, that thou tell me nothing but that which the true name of the Lord? It says, and he said, I saw all Israel scattered upon the hills. So he basically gave him the true vision. He prophesied of peace. He said, no, tell me what the Lord really said. He says, as sheep that have not a shepherd, and the Lord said, these have no master, let them return every man to his house in peace. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, did not I tell thee that he would prophesy no good concerning me, but evil?
See? So it lets you know that's what it was all about. Oh, matter of fact, jump up, get like verse 8. I'll be at verse 8. See, 8.
This is 1 Kings chapter 22 and verse.
Oh, matter of fact, start at start at 5.
Verse 5. And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, inquire, I pray thee, at the word of the Lord today.
See, man, what? Go to the prophets. You got it.
And the king of Israel gathered the prophets together, about 400 men, and said unto them, shall I go against Ramoth Gilead to battle, or shall I forbear? And they said, go up, for the Lord shall deliver it into thy hand, into the hand of the king.
And that's what they were saying. Go ahead, the Lord got you, man. You know, that was actually a confident message. The Lord, hey, he pretty much gave them a lion spirit. You know, you got it.
God, it says, And Jehoshaphat said unto the king of Israel, and he said, verse 8. And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Micaiah, the son of...
No, you can start right there. Matter of fact, it was like, he went through all the prophets, but he had to make sure. Because it was just sounding too good. They were probably selling to him like, yeah, king, man, ain't nobody, none of Israel, the nation of Israel gonna die. You gonna take them, you know what I mean? He was selling, they probably selling it too like, man, hold on. I gotta make sure this is the truth. It's one more prophet. Hey, this how he was gonna make sure it was real. Because he had to go to a prophet that always talk about head. Always, yeah, you got it. You got it.
But you can tell it was a constant thing with them. Like every time they run across, it was something that happened. Yeah. You know?
Yep.
This I know was the truth.
Yep.
It says, and Jehoshaphat said, is there not a prophet of the Lord besides that we might inquire of him? And the king of Israel said unto Jehoshaphat, there is yet one man, Malachi, the son of Imlah, by whom we may inquire of the Lord.
Yep.
But I hate him.
See, he knew he was a prophet for a fact. But he hated him. Why?
For he doeth not prophesy good concerning me, but evil.
See? And that's why you got people that hate great millstone, man. Because the only thing we're going to tell you, just the same message you know. All hell going to break loose. Yeah, we got character building videos. We got certain videos to, you know, like I said, the character build, how to really to navigate in this society. What I'm gonna tell you, man, all hell for the break loose. What else? That flood country. Because that's something that you ain't gonna be able to avoid. You can't avoid it. Everybody gonna know Jacob Trouble happened. Like just some shit. You ain't gonna find out some shit happening in Iran till you hear it on the news. But when Jacob Trouble comes, everybody gonna be very well informed, man. Because it's gonna be in your face. But it said he hates you, he hate him because he prophesied no good. That has always been the case with the prophets, man. Because that was the Lord really, he's known for his judgment. It ain't an easy way to tell you you're gonna die. You know? That was it this morning. That was it. Yeah, Kyle. You got something?
This on Jeremiah 4 and verse 10.
Yep.
It says, then said Lord power, surely thou hast greatly deceived this people in Jerusalem.
Woo!
Yeah, because Lord, he deceiving you guys, man. Because you guys think that all hell is not going to break these things. Things going to go as normal, but the Lord got you in a deceitful spirit so he can get you, man. You know, it says, saying ye shall have peace. Ooh. Whereas the sword reached unto the soul. So you think you're going to have peace, but there's a sword right behind your back, man. You know?
Hey, and that's the snap. Just now, things are so-called opening up. Just gonna be locked right back down. And that's when you're gonna be fiending for the chip. Then you was actually you was able to go to bars, baskets, you know. Out there serious, the Edomites. You got it?
The rod of mine anger and the staff in their hand is mine indignation.
So it's your how by shit now shot. That's why this nigga got mechanical dogs, man. He got the upgraded night vision goggles when the power go out. Yeah. He got all this technology. But that was the Lord sharpening the sword for your ass, man. Oh, matter of fact, what it is, Ezekiel 21, you got to get that, because, hey, the anger of the Lord's about to come down, man. Especially upon these niggas, man. We just counted a nigga before the camera came on, man. And then you just see why. You see, like, the Lord, he said, don't Moses and Samuel stood before me. We see what Moses and Samuel did see. Because just going back to Samuel, it says Samuel came to the city, they gave a heads up like Samuel coming in, man, you better get right. But now they don't know who Samuel is. They don't know who Moses is, Jeremiah. We see the full extent of a nigga. We see what the Lord see now. And we see now the Lord got to kill him, man. So you can get that out.
This is the book of Ezekiel 21 and verse 8. It says, again, the word of the Lord came unto the saying.
See, these are the death threats of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. You know, you got it.
Son of man, prophesy and say, thus saith the Lord, say a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
See, a sword is sharpened and also furbished. So this sword is getting sharper, meaning what? Esau and his technology, his weaponry upgrade over the course of time. See, it was a point in time where, if you remember, like in the so-called civil rights movement, they would beat your ass with batons. Now they can just step back. You know what I mean? With the taser now. That's the smartest sharpening even on that level.
They even got baton tasers.
Yeah, they got the
baton tasers.
The mechanical dogs. They had the German shepherds back then, but now they got the mechanical dogs. So over the course of time, this dog will have gotten sharper. His technology increased. That was the characteristics of that fourth beast. When Daniel seen that fourth beast, he seen them iron teeth, the great iron teeth. You know, you gotta go out.
Gun. It says a sword is sharpened and also furbished.
Yep.
It is sharpened to make a sword stronger.
It is sharpened, meaning what? It was set up to kill a lot of niggas. You know? Hey, that's one of the appointed deaths. The Lord is gonna read the Jeremiah 15 chapter, man. Matter of fact, somebody hold that on that. Jeremiah was far as the top. Because, hey man, you niggas, man, you hold back the king too. You know, you love the so-called white man, you love this system, you okay with being oppressed. The Lord just gonna have to put you out your misery, man. You love being simple, you know, just having that 9 to 5, just tricking off on the weekend. Hope you got enough to have your bills paid. You paying the water, you love that shit, man. So the Lord gonna put you out your misery. But you gotta continue on that.
Gun. It says it is sharpened to make a sword slaughter.
Yep.
It is furbished that it may glitter.
Oh, see, so we at the height of the sword. You know, because we're going to see M-Raps. Super soldiers, man, hey, man. Them sentinels. They got sentinels, though. Hey, actually, you know, with the, you remember that they gave, it was probably about last year and a half ago, 2 years, when they had the little robot and shit, and he had the gun.
Yeah, gun.
And whoever had the chip, they didn't shoot him. That was the prototype of the Sentinels, man. So this, hey man, it is that it make glitter. So that's that thing, you know, those sparks and shit, man. Because when the Lord swipe, when the Lord come down, when he hack at you, it's gonna be a clean swipe. It ain't like the Lord got a door hatchet. He got it, man. It's gonna be one fell swoop, man. You know, with Esau. You got it.
It says, should we then make mirth?
So should we then make mirth? Should we even give a mirth message? A message of mirth? You know, tell you, seeing all these things shall be dissolved, even all the way to the bill of destruction. What manner of person should you be? What spirit should you be in? Knowing these things about to take place, man. You know, that this man about to come down. Remember, I see him. You know, when the scripture says they're going to shoot at secret the perfect, that means they actually have to be aiming at you. And it actually manifests when that needle is actually pointing at you, so-called nigga. Man. Man, that motherfucker just fell out, man. Come on, man. It look like it just fell out the sky, though.
Yeah.
It ain't look like it fell, because it, man, that shit look. That's what I'm saying, because it looked like it just popped up and fell, man.
That's the judgment comes from why?
Man, and it's withered too. That's like that's the bundles of sticks. That's my house fire. I mean, you know, take men gather them and cast them, those withered sticks. And that's what's gonna happen to these niggas. They're gonna be cut off, man. These niggas gonna be cut. Why? Because they said, should we then make murder? That's even talking about you Israelites, man. Because you get that message of being at ease, like you won. Like, that's why the scripture said, Apostle Paul said, you have reigned as kings without us. You already got that spirit, like you already in the kingdom before you in the kingdom. Like you saved. Right. Niggas act like they saved, man. You got it.
Ecclesiastes 7 verse 2.
Yep.
It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feast.
See, and just going back, what the brother was talking about earlier. You know, just being made hard in sorrow, man. It's better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feast. Why? Continue on.
It says, for that is the end of all men,
Woo!
and the living will lay it to his heart.
See, so that's gonna be the end of all men, man. And you know, a nigga, man, you know, he just wanna trick off. He wanna just drink, talk shit, and be in America, man. But it's gonna be the end of you, man. And that you feasting and all that is gonna be traded in for that sorrow and that money. See, you're gonna do. It's gonna be mandatory fast in the time. So you can fast willingly to the spirit, to a certain extent, except for the the Day of Atonement. But you people, you gonna mandatory fast because ain't gonna be nothing to eat. But
You got that's how the Lord gonna put them in the trap.
Yep.
Because like you said, these motherfuckers, they so used to eating every 2 or 3 hours, man. Whether it be by the way you getting a so-called snack or even getting brunch. Then you have meals between meals, man. You have brunch, you have breakfast, you have dinner. You eat every 2 or 3 hours, man.
snacks.
Yeah, snacks.
Yeah.
Your snack might be a double cheeseburger and fries. That's a whole damn meal. But at the same time, when the Lord take away that comfortability, you guys are gonna be out there butt naked, man, because you're so used to eating every day, man. You're so used to basically following like the ways of this damn devil.
Yep.
You know?
That's it. That's it. You got that? Yeah, that's heavy right there. Because they gonna get caught with their pants down pretty much. Or somebody also gets disqualified. That's the scenario how about Chanel shot sent you in. We once again the days of Noah. They said they were eating, drinking, married, giving in marriage, so meaning what? It was a certain level of comfort in that day, in that time. That means it was certain things in that system that was confident. It might have been a certain technology they did to get for a pastime. They might have sports and shit, or Coliseum, you know what I mean? They might have apps in that time, in the days of Noah. But it was that eating, drinking, and marrying, and giving in marriage, so it was a level of comfort and at ease and wickedness, But suddenly destruction came down.
This is Zephaniah chapter 1 and verse 12. And it shall come to pass at that time that I will search Jerusalem with candles.
See, and you saying it now by the way of the prophets. The light is being shed on Jake, man. And the only ones that's gonna be drawn to the light is the elect. Because they got eyes to see. If you blind and there's a calendar in there, you ain't gonna never find the calendar. But if you blind, it's a dark room and you see the calendar, you're gonna be drawn to that light, man. You got it.
And punish the men that are settled on their leave.
So, and punish the men that are settled on their leave. So you niggas are comfortable here, man. You okay with America? You okay with a check every 2 weeks? You okay with hoping that getting an extension on your bill? You okay with being shot in the streets? You okay with having these abominations being promoted by the way of them attacking your children? And just, I dare you, yo little 8-year-old say he want his ride chopped off. Beat his ass and see what happens. Give him a whipping and see what happens. You're going to get the child. They gonna throw you under the jail, man. But that's the time we in. You got it?
God, that say,
That says
in their heart, the Lord will not do good, neither will he do evil.
So it sounds that heart means that counsel of that heart meaning what? Ain't no evil's coming. So meaning what? It plays out through their actions. That's why a nigga go take a loan out, get a big screen TV and he chilling, man. Because he ain't expecting the evils to come. New Nazareth. They saying the evils ain't coming. You out your damn mind to try to build a new Nazareth in America. But Nazareth was a hood though. Niggas crazy.
Yeah, Nazareth was the hood.
Do anything good come from Nazareth? Well, not New Nazareth.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing good come from that motherfucker.
Why would you want to build in a place for to be destroyed?
But that's what niggas do.
Yeah.
Even with their doctrine, they can say America gonna be destroyed, but their doctrine say otherwise. Matter of fact, somebody get Ezekiel 11, start at 1. You got it.
It's Luke 12, verse 18. It says that he said, this if I do, I will pour down my bones and be a greater.
Woo! See? Meaning what? You got people in the mindset of that transition. They already is moving with the elites dealing with this new world order. They right along with this transition. That's why they so-called, they think they upgrade to the tip. They really downgrade. Once they're going to build the greater barn, it's a new system that's coming in, nobody calls it the new norm. But you see people in that mindset of being in that transition, of being a part of that. You got it.
it's already people taking the chip, and they do it like for fun. I seen a woman, she had like a Tesla car.
Oh, yeah.
And she did the key, now she got the key in her hand.
Yep.
And it was like a cool trend. But like you said, they just falling on the wave of the wicked, man.
That's part of that trend. That's the so-called being the greater. They saying it's a greater bond because now you ain't gotta have keys in your hands now. They pushing it forth as convenient, but it tells you really downgrade when you really go into the scripture says you really falling on a broken reed, a broken system. Because this really an act of desperation. Like, you gotta look, this nigga like he gave everybody a social security card and shit. Now you reduced to get the chip now. But he packaged saying you can open your door by yourself now. Your credit card there. You got it. Oh, you got it.
Oh,
You say-
your medical information.
Yeah, medical information.
They pushing that higher than everything.
Oh man, I seen an article, but it came up with a scenario saying well, if you passed out from the ground, you can have the tip and they can know when the last time you had your jab, man. Real, this shit sick, man.
See?
This shit so sick.
So that's going back to the Lord, making everything manifest.
Yep.
His word not being prolonged in it.
Yep. Yeah, because you can see it now.
Yep.
You actually see Revelation 13, 16 in an article. And sometimes in the articles they actually quote it, man. So what time we in, man? We in the time where the Lord actually these things gonna take place.
That's how you know they're guilty, man. Because why you use a bitch? Because every time I look like some say it's the MOB.
Yeah, they have it down. They got it, yeah, man. That's
They say some say who's saying it then, man?
and why they gotta entertain it. They actually gotta say that just so to kind of water it down.
So you say,
To try to save face like those just going back to New Nazareth was a box said that shit. He said, I know about Micah 2 and 10, but man, you guilty, man. You know? How you gonna say I know about that, but we still gonna build it anyway?
hey,
But they was convicted.
you know,
You know what I mean? But you gotta know
Back at Luke 12.
But just going back, it said, hey, even these other Israelites, they might say America gonna be destroyed, but they still put that doctrine, put a certain spirit on you to still be here in America. You got it,
He said, this is my do. I will pour down my gourds and build greater. And there will I bestow my fruits. Like bestow all my fruits and my goods.
Yep.
And I will say to my soul, soul, thou hast much goods laid up for many years.
Yep.
Takes out
Years.
yeah.
And that's, hey, man, you know what a nigga think like they got years left, man. Let's just say if it don't come, the Lord will it do, man. Yeah, it's gonna be next year. You know, or the year after that. Lord will this year, man. But niggas say they got years in this place. I know the old guy that came up to the apostle last year. He like, man, we could have like 40 years left. I was like, man, hell no. You don't want 40 years. You'll be dead after 2 years, man.
That's hastily, man. That's it. You be hasty to get out of here.
So everybody be dead if it was 40 years and then you got 40 more years.
Imagine you see the height of the wickedness it is now.
Yeah, man.
Imagine 5 years. Hell, imagine a year from now, man. They got, those damn transformers.
I say everybody genderless.
God damn.
Everybody gotta have neutral friendly names. Everybody named Taylor and shit.
Yeah.
But what kind of Taylor?
Oh,
This shit sick, man.
That's why the scripture say that he's speeding up the time for the election.
Yep.
Moaning constantly.
Yeah, man. Now, hey, matter of fact, somebody get something real quick. I don't want to go on top with it. Get Genesis 18. And I think it's probably like 10 or 11. And then we're going to jump to 19. Because this shit man, what? That's why we out here, man. Crying out for the abominations. Going back to Ezekiel 9. We crying out for the abominations, man. You know, it says,
This is Genesis chapter 18 and verse 16. And the men rose up from thence
yep.
and talked. We started over. It's Genesis 18 and 16. And the men rose up from thence and looked toward Sodom.
Yep, and look towards Sodom. You got it?
And Abraham went with them to bring them on the way.
You got it?
And the Lord said, shall I hide from Abraham that thing which I do.
And you see that now. The Lord is not hiding this from us. Because they looked on, because look, it was dramatic. They were getting ready, then they were looking at Sodom. And then, Lord, like, should I hide Abraham what I'm about to do? Because he was in the spirit. Lot was there, man. Because that's why the Lord coming to Sodom because of Lot. Matter of fact, continue on.
Seeing that Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him, and they shall keep the way of the Lord, to do justice and judgment, that the Lord may bring upon Abraham that which he hath spoken of him.
Hey, and that's why the Lord showing us this, because this how we know judgment. This how we gonna make us get right, you know. But it lets you know that Abraham was his friend, because he revealed it to him, man. He could have wiped out the city and got, you know, and didn't let Abraham know. Abraham would have seen it next morning. Sodom and Gomorrah fucked up, and he would have been, you know, fucked up because Lot was there. But the Spirit of the Lord revealed it to him because Lot was going to get out of that situation. But continue on this.
And the Lord said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great.
See, he said because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great. But who was crying out against Sodom and Gomorrah? Lot. Matter of fact, continue on.
And because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it.
See, according to who cried? Who was crying?
Good.
Now jump to Genesis 19.
Good.
Because when you go into it, that when pretty much the angels went down. They went to go check out the city. And Lord and Abraham, you know, as counsel, you know, was talking and everything. Let's go start at 1 on this.
Good. This is Genesis 19:1. And there came 2 angels to Sodom at evening,
Yep.
and Lot sat in the gate of Sodom.
What he doing in the gates? Prophesying, man. So that's why the Lord came down, because he heard the cry of Lot, man. He heard the thing. That's why he said he went down there to check out the report, to see the cry according to it. To see, and don't you see it? That's why you got a lot of chariot sightings. And to the point, you got these devils actually just saying, look, man, they out here, man.
The eyes of the Lord is on the seven kings.
It is trannies down there.
God.
This nigga is getting it. He charged you an extra dollar to put bacon on your sandwich. So that was the cry according to it, according to Lot, man. But when you go into it, every time you go into the scriptures, when we talk about Noah, Lot in the same, right behind Noah. Because Noah happened on the global scale, but Lot, that fire came down from heaven, man. So they go hand in hand. You know? But you got something?
Exodus 15, verse 8. It says, I will hold my tongue from forth as touching their wickedness.
Woo, see, he got that hold that tongue, his phone no one. Meaning what? Now this devil's being called out on all these things, man. Now you gotta look back at the source of the wickedness. You gotta look back like, hold on, chemtrails. Who the fuck, man? That wasn't a term under the Babylonians. You know, beating. That wasn't a term created under the Assyrians.
Toxic waste.
Yeah, you got toxic waste. You got trash islands. Egypt didn't go through that. Bottled water. All these things happen under the rulership, under the watch of the so-called white man. Trannies. You know, the bundles of sticks. You know, the alphabet people. All these things weren't allowed under the so-called white man. You know? Which is death. You got it?
It says, which they profanely commit, neither would I suffer them in those things in which they wickedly exercise themselves.
See, which they wickedly exercise, meaning what? They actually promote these wicked abominations as well, man. So the Lord is going to call these things out, and it's actually going to play out. The Lord is going to actually stop this shit, man. It's going to be a lot more of these bumps and sticks getting put to death. You know, these trannies. You know,
If I may, through the spirit, I seen an article where it's a shortage of pork. Where it's a shortage of pork. And that's the Lord taking away their abominations on that aspect.
Yep.
That's just a beginning seed. And it's going to be even greater. You don't be getting no damn bacon cheeseburger.
A nigga will go crazy. Two things will go crazy off: chicken and bacon, man. Which that's another thing that's been taken away. That chicken.
Yeah.
The niggas.
Oh man, yo,
Oh,
Nigga, man.
nigga, man, they gonna be plenty of nigga moments out here, and we see them. But these niggas, man, the Lord has restored the destruction and judgment plan for 2/3, man, and everybody else gonna be caught up in it. Now Esau has his own punishment, but the Lord is really mad at 2/3 of our people, man. So they, like you said earlier, they the ones holding us back. You know, we read was that the prayer king Solomon, which is Yahushua. He said if we would just turn and repent and make supplication, then the Lord will save us, man. So really, it's 2/3 of our people holding us back. You got it, right?
This is going in.
No, I got a little bit more. It says, behold, the innocent and righteous blood cried unto me.
Oh, this is because of the abominations, man. Lord, kill this place.
Yep.
Just destroy everything. Like, you can't vote nobody in to try to say this. You can't. The only thing you can do is ask the Lord to destroy this place. That's what Lot was asking about. Lot was crying out to the Lord to come destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, man. That's why he came down. He stopped by. The Lord stopped by to see Abraham first. Then he went to go destroy Sodom and Gomorrah, man. But it was according to the cry. He came down there because of the cry of it. You know? And that's what you see now. We're crying out, man. Because if you, all right, that's that Deuteronomy 22. So with the law is spiritual, man. Hey, all the scenarios in the scriptures is prophecy, man. Even within the law. But we crying out. We like, man, this nigga is raping us. You know what I mean? He trying to lay hold on us, man.
Yeah.
It's an actual term, man. He just fucked me, man.
Yeah.
That's an actual term.
Yep.
So you don't think we crying out about these things, man? And it's only getting worse and worse instead of putting the clowns down. It's like now you can't continue in this society without the jab, without some form of verification that you got the jab. So I'm gonna lead to the tip. We ready for this shit to be over with, man. So that's why we crying out for everything that's being pushed out here. And if you stop crying, that means you win. Stop, my guy.
These unrighteous decrees.
That's it. That's it. Yep. That's more than
It says, and the souls of the just complain continually.
continually. Meaning what? Matter of fact, get on Sirach 35. Sirach 35 and you probably start like at 12 on that, I believe. But it's oh, you got a slot.
It's like, if I make the point you made that earlier, he said, if you stop crying, you got to keep on crying continually until Yahweh shall come until he save you, man. Because again, if you stop crying, that means you consent to it. You like it, man. That means you with it.
I mean, it feels good. It's only two. It's no prayers with Yahweh shall come. It's white and black with the Lord. It's gonna hurt or it's gonna feel good. Ain't no kinda. Or I might. No. It's either you like it or you hate it. You love it, you hate it. So you with America or you not. And you ain't gotta be a patriot to say you for America. Or you ain't gotta be a patriot. You ain't gotta like America. But if you need this place to continue to accomplish any goals, you got a 10-year plan here. You want to have a soft landing for your children, you're gonna die with this place as well. You know? And that's why we crying out, because we don't want to raise our children in this place. We don't want to have, you know, man, because, hey, man, this place is defiled. This is defiled. You can't, you got to leave your child to some Edomites for 8 hours a day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come on, man. That just 1 hour, 30 minutes is just leaving it to an Edomite in itself. So imagine years of that. Then throw somebody there in the life of America, man. That's death, man. So you got that? Yeah.
This is Sirach chapter 35 and verse 13. He will not accept any person against a poor man.
See, he would not accept any person against the poor man, which is the so-called white man. He's against the poor man, which is the so-called Negro, Latinos, and natives, man. Because we have no strength in our hands. We ain't got a standing army. We don't have a seat in the UN. And a nigga might say, well, Mexico, but that's an Edomite representative, man. You know? Which that ain't they land no more, man. These Esau took over it.
Long time.
Yeah, a long time. When that Spanish American war, that was the Edomites versus the Edomites.
Yep.
The Spaniards versus the Americans. But they were Edomites. You know, but the point is, we don't have no strength in our hands. You know? And this nigga is not accepting us. That's why he constantly keep us in derision, man. He constantly give us pork, give us cigarettes, a new rapper. You know? That's all those things to keep us in derision. Yeah.
God, it says, he will not accept any person against the poor, but will hear the prayer of the oppressed.
But hear the prayer of the oppressed. And your prayer can consist of curses as well. You putting a curse on a nigga. You know, matter of fact, is that Sirach 34? What did it say? Yep, 24.
This Sirach 34:24, when one prayeth and another curseth, whose voice will the Lord hear?
See, and guess what? It depends who the elect is.
See?
If the elect pray, he gonna hear that. But if the elect cursing, he gonna hear that. And that was Job Lot was doing. He was cursing out Sodom and Gomorrah, and the Lord heard it, and it came down according to the cry, and checked it out. And that's why you got charity saints in it today. It's entering to the house of the thief, man. But that prayer is also consists of cursing, because when we pray the Lord, get us from this situation, that's saying, Lord, kill our enemies. Overthrow this devil. Like saying the kingdom of heaven is at hand, you basically saying this kingdom is about to be overthrown, so the next kingdom can be set up, man.
That's why it was so much contention with Yahushua. You know?
Yep.
He was ready to, he was preaching to set up a new king. And they ain't want that, just like now.
Is it?
But back in Sirach, chapter 35 and verse 14, he will not despise the supplication of the fatherless.
See, there's the prayers again, and the supplication lets you know you constantly doing it, man. You constantly begging the Lord. You got it.
And nor the widow,
Woo! Nor the widow,
when she poureth out her complaint.
when she pours out her complaint. And then we complaining to the Lord about how crooked this society is. How pretty much how jacked up this is a system. This is the pit. Matter of fact, what's that? Give me Isaiah, what it is, 51, 14. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, that we should not. That's why I said he hastened to be loose. How we hasten? By teaching. We preaching each day. We actually speaking these things into existence. That's how we hasten in the day, because we said the one say he coming, but we gotta actually speak that into existence, man. We gotta declare it so it can happen. You got that. Somebody got that.
I got you. It's
You got something.
Isaiah 51 and 14. It says the captive exile hasteneth that he may be loose,
He hasteneth that he may be loose. You got it.
and that he should not die in the pit.
So we not gonna die here in America, man. And we're not gonna be here in the cadron. When that oven finally, once the oven is cooking up, you feel the heat. You can see the steam. But before it starts boiling, you know what I mean? You got it.
It says, knowing that his bread shall fail.
See, knowing that his bread shall fail, meaning what we hope in our faith. See, we being satisfied, and it's gonna fully manifest when these things take place. Because when we eat this bread, it's not gonna be a thing like how you can eat a bag of Doritos. It can sit in your stomach and everything, but you're not gonna get the nutrients from it. You're not gonna reap the benefits. The only thing you did was taste it. But with this bread, we tasted it, it was sweet in our mouth, it was bitter in our belly, but we're gonna reap the benefits of it. That's why it said our bread is not gonna fail, people gonna be delivered, man. But we're gonna escape from the pit, from America, man. But you got some.
Yeah, it's back in Sirach chapter 35. Before we start, what is that precept and lamentations about the cry?
2 and 18.
Oh, 2 and 18. You got that?
I got
There's
that
another
spirit.
one in Jeremiah 14 too, I believe. But you get that. Get that. Yeah, better yet, get that. Read that again. If somebody gonna get Luke 18, get that Luke 18.
Okay.
This is Sirach chapter 35 and verse 15. Do not tears run down the widow's cheek?
Do not tears run down the widow's cheek. Meaning what? Don't you see the videos? Don't you see the alerts come forth? We crying out. Let me tell you why. Because every time, every video, one time or another, you're going to say something about Esau. Because that's who you're crying out against. That's why, that's the enemy. That's the condition. Even though, we said we went off, of course. We deserve this judgment. But who's doing it? The Lord doing it to us, but through who? Esau.
That game was serious.
You crying because that belt hit you.
Yeah.
Esau's the belt. It's get Lord, get them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the belt, man.
It says, back in Sirach 35:15, do not the tears run down the widow's cheek?
Woo!
And is not her cry against him that causes them to fail?
So our cries against the so-called white man. Because you gotta look, we still got the scars from slavery, man. We still hurt from that shit. Like they said, we 400 years behind. That's literal. Cause you got nigga, he just okay with just a check. You know, they just totally just forgot the aspect of rulership or having your own land. A nigga might say he got his own house, but you still paying property tax. You know what I mean? So they have lost the sight of rulership. They have lost the sight of being on top. They content with just, oh, you got it. You got it.
If I may,
You got
and
it.
if your ass don't pay them damn taxes, guess when they gonna come take your out?
They gonna take your
That's
ass.
what they yours.
Man, yeah, that's heavy, man.
Damn. But you content being here.
Yep.
And that's why the Lord is putting it on more by spirit to be hard like rocks. You know what I'm saying? So when we see your ass get judged, we gonna start praising the Lord. That's another nigga out of the way.
I just see a nigga, his last breath put a curse.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Go ahead, just end it off. Put him out in At least he heard the name at the end. Oh, he died. You heard that?
You in the spirit world, you ain't gonna be confused.
Yeah,
You gonna know why.
You don't know why he said then. But that was these niggas, man. They just content with being here. They ain't crying out because they okay with it. They just think, they just call it, it's just life.
Yeah.
No, there's oppression, man. You know, you got it.
You know, this Lamentations 2:18, it says, their heart cried unto the Lord,
Their heart cried unto the Lord. You got it?
O Lord of the daughter of Zion.
That's talking about the prophets, man. That's the wall of the daughter of Zion talking about the prophets. We crying out to Yahweh watching on shot. That's why you see the video, man. That's it. That's it. That's it.
It's
That's
on the
it.
wall. Damn.
That's it. Hey, you see, we crying out to the Lord. We crying out by the way of these videos, these teachings, man. Because when you cry, it's the two things. You got joy, tears of joy. You also got tears of sorrow, man. You know, and then we cry because we're in a bad position, man. We under our oppressors. You know, we constantly, I would tell you, we being beaten with a continuous stroke. Because guess what? Let's just say, when them motherfuckers, during the pandemic thing, they had that their housing exemption thing. But guess what? You end up still getting that bill. For all the months you missed. That was the content. It was like, okay, that was for a month. Now this is 3 months worth. Man, come on, man. Let's let you know there ain't no stopping this devil, man. You continue to be on the hill, you're gonna continue to be beat. You're gonna continue to be consumed, man. Continue to be broken down under this man. And that's why we crying out. We crying, somebody get Exodus too. Matter of fact, too, and like toward the bottom, I believe. Because let's go back to crying out. It said the Lord heard our groanings, man. You know? And we crying out for the right thing. We ain't crying out for a goddamn extra dollar on our hourly pay.
Right.
We ain't like I don't nigga crying back then for to sit on in the front seat of the bus. And he let you know it was in vain because niggas like to sit in the back seat.
Yeah.
That's the cool part of the bus. So that shit was in vain. So they let you know they were crying out for the wrong thing anyway. But now we crying out for the right thing. That's why the Lord hearing us. You got it up.
This is Exodus chapter 2 and verse 24.
Yep.
And the Most High heard their groaning.
And the Lord heard our groanings. You got it?
And the Most High remembered his covenant with Abraham, with Isaac, and with Jacob.
And that's why we once again call ourselves Israelites. We the children of the Lord is gonna come save us. And the Lord remember that covenant. That's why you see things happen. That's why you see Israelites waking up. You know? Because this is the time where that great deliverance is about to take place. This is what the Lord was talking about. When you ain't gonna talk about Egypt no more. It's gonna happen in this place. You know? But you got something? Okay, God, yep.
It says, the heart, Lamentations 2 and verse 18, their heart cried unto the Lord,
Yep.
O wall of the daughter of Zion, let the tears run down like a river day and night.
Let the tears run down like a river day and night. That's talking about us out here teaching, man. And we complain about the so-called white man what he did to us. The Lord gonna give. The Lord gonna get this nigga. Because we can't do nothing. Oh, and tell who gonna make one with the beast. Oh, be still. Till I rise up to the prey. The Lord has set up this nigga so you can't kill him. You know, Cain. It was a commandment, don't even touch Cain. And to really make that official, the Lord gave him a sword the next time. So you ain't gonna kill Cain.
Because if I may, a bad example, like a video game.
Yep.
You want to find a level, you can't beat that level. 9 times out of 10, what you do? You get your big brother to beat the level, man. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're going to do when you have a shot.
That's it. That's it right there. And that's who gonna have to get this nigga.
That's
Our
it.
big brother. Oh, with that, it was that old nigga
Nigga
trying to take my starter jacket. Nigga, you can call my big brother. I ain't take my starter jacket. But I love y'all side. Big brother, he the one gonna get this nigga, man. You know? You got it.
God, it says, give thyself no rest, that not the apple of thine eye see.
See, give thyself no rest. Let not the apple of thine eye cease. So we gonna constantly grind day and night, and that's why you got men all over the world doing this. Somebody putting a video up at 1 o'clock in the morning in your time, but it's 6 o'clock in the evening on me. So it's constantly day and night. They let you know it's gonna be on the internet where it was gonna be on display. Even though we crying out, off camera. You probably got demons fuck with you and shit. You ready for this? We all want this shit to go. We ain't just playing it out on the video. We want this shit to go, man. You know? So then it actually becomes literal tears too sometimes. You know? So, but it's mostly dealing with these lessons, man. That's how we complaining, man. Till y'all about to shot by the devil, that was it.
A little bit more. It says, arise, cry out in the night.
Cry out in the night. That lets you know it was going to be a specific time where this message was going to come forth. In the night. In the heat, in the height of the so-called white man, his kingdom. You know? This is where this message is going to come out in its fullness, man. Under this man, his rulership, under his watch. Under the most wickedest kingdom ever erected, man. This is where it's taking place, you got it?
It says, in the beginning of the watches, pour out thine heart like water before the face of the Lord. Lift up thy hands toward him for the life of thy young children that faint for hunger in the top of every street.
See, and we faint for righteousness, man. That's why we crying out to the Lord for it. It tells the Lord, it pleased the Lord that there was no judgment, man. And we see it, we just please no. When you see an abundance of sticks and you can't do nothing, that's vexing. That you really crying out like, Lord, please, if you had a spiritual power to pick that up, man, you would be able to do it. But we faint for hunger in the street, faint for righteousness. We want righteousness to be settled come upon the planet Earth. But let us know who's the source of the wickedness. The so-called white man. He's the source of the abomination that's going on the planet Earth. And that's why we're crying out to him. That's it. You got that Luke 18.
Get some right
Oh,
there.
yeah, you got it.
This Isaiah chapter 62 and verse 6.
That's it. Yup.
I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night.
So the Lord have set up prophets. They're going to continue to teach. Not seasonable teachers. Not once a week teachers. You know what I mean? We constantly crying day and night. You know, we constantly hacking away. I'll tell you, the Lord has given you by the prophets. It said the Lord, the prophets rising up early. That means diligently, man. We diligently teaching as a collective. You got men teaching. I'm just talking about Great Millstone. Men teaching constantly, man. Day and night. You actually, it could be nighttime. It's some brother from Australia to go live. That means somebody crying out.
It says, ye that make mention of the Lord,
Woo!
keep not silent.
Keep not silence. Meaning what continue to do it till it happens. You got to speak this into existence. You can't say something one time. No, you got to constantly do it, man. That's why throughout the scripture, it constantly talks about the destruction of America. That's why you can have so many, Genesis, Revelation, you got so many precepts talking about destruction of America. Because it's constantly talked about. And now you see America here now. It's here now. Now we talking about destruction of sin. You got it?
No, it says they give him no rest
Yep.
till he established and till he made Jerusalem a praise in the earth.
See, so till he do these things. So that's why we got to continue to preach. We got to continue to teach, continue to prophesy the downfall of this place. And continue to complain. That's just like an infant. An infant gonna continue to cry, you know, till it get fed, until it get changed, you know. But we gonna continue to cry till we get delivered. You know, he need to get put out of his misery. See? But it's a difference between hey. Yep. But that's the part of America. Like 20 more years, we'll be like that if you see. If the Lord went, man, because that's really the spiritual state of Jake, man. That's it. Which that's America though.
Yeah.
America really get it from Jake. I mean, Jake get it from America. It's like, that was it on that? Yeah. You got something?
Yeah, man, that's why we're crying out, man. The Lord gave us a prime example, man. Jacob gone. Ass out. Draws out. I mean, just gone, man. A homeless faggot. A homeless bundle of sticks. Yeah, damn.
They were messed up about it. It's like, they were messed up about it. We was a royal people, man.
Yeah, man.
And look, that's how you know how far we fell from grace, man.
Yeah, that's Lord did a number on us, man. Lord did a number on us, man. Sugar is sick. But we're in a time where everything about to come in right from water.
That's it. And that should be comfort, man.
Yep.
We see all these things getting ready to play out. We constantly vexed.
Yep.
You know? They're like we brought up in Luke. You know, I mean not Luke, in Lot. Constantly vexed. We constantly crying out.
Lot get up 6 o'clock in the morning before the day done. Prophesying. All the way up to the night.
That's it.
Before the sun went down, they was like, nobody told them, hey man, look, he pressed upon them. Man, the priests come out at night. That's where they get that from. Sodom and Gomorrah, man. But he pressed it because he prophesied all day. And then let you know he wasn't getting the Lord no rest. The Lord had to come down like, man, what Lot talking about? God damn, he's gonna be every day about this. Oh, I said, I'm coming according to the cry of it, man. We doing that now. We constantly that's why I said, give him no rest. We constantly bugging the Lord about the things that's taking place, man. Just a commercial. You seeing a commercial about Dave making double cheeseburgers. That's vexing, man. But
That's what just keep pushing out his word.
Yep.
Psalms 40, in verse 9, it says, I have preached righteousness in the great congregation. Lo, I have not refrained my lips.
Ooh, he had not refrained, see? So let's start. So the Lord didn't refrain his lips. I mean, the King David didn't refrain his lips, man. Which we are the house of David. We're not refraining our lips. We're not holding back. We telling you the things that's about to take place, and we're going to constantly tell you before it happens, just like a fire alarm. A fire alarm going to continue to make that same sound until the problem is solved, until the building is burnt down. Either you're gonna take it out, you're gonna, you know what I mean, put the fire out, or the building gonna burn down. That's when the alarm gonna stop. And the alarm is gonna stop when the building get burnt down. In this case, dealing with America. You know, that was it. Put that in St. Luke.
This is the book of St. Luke, chapter 18, verse 1. And he spake a parable unto them to this end, that men ought always to pray and not to faint.
See, meaning what? You gotta continue to pray, not to faint. Meaning what? To cease, to stop. You gotta continue to pray. And when you go into the parable, it's gonna let you know what to pray about. He's gonna tell you, he's gonna give you, all right, this is one of the things you need to pray about. And beg how about shot you got it.
Saying, there was in a city a judge, which feared not Yahweh,
Yep.
neither regarded man. And there was a widow in that city.
And we represent that widow, man. You know, in this city Babylon. You got it?
And she came unto him, saying, Avenge me of mine adversary.
Woo, that's what we crying out for, man. We crying to the Lord to avenge us of our adversary. The adversary, Shaitan, Edom, however you want to put it, so-called white man. They're the ones that's contrary to us, man. That's why you got a thing called black versus white. That's the Edomites. Israel versus Edom. But that's our complaint. When we went up to the judge, our complaint is, Lord, get rid of the devil for us. Because he's the reason why we in this condition. You know, it tells you that he finished that bottle to us. You're like, man, after slavery, this nigga said, here, you black.
Yeah.
Here, you can be a homo. Hey, this nigga, hey man, he's the reason why we're in the condition now. You got it?
And he was not for a while.
And he was not for a while because you got to continue. Matter of fact, continue.
But afterward he said within himself, Though I fear not Yahweh, nor regard man, yet because this widow troubleth me.
So, yeah, because this widow, matter of fact, somebody get that in the blue letter too. That word trouble. Oh, that. You got that up. It said that word trouble. Luke 18, what it is, like 3?
Yeah, that's it.
Luke 18, it said, because this widow troubleth me, and that's how we supposed to do. We supposed to constantly bug the Lord about this, man. Because if you stop, that means you're okay with your situation. That means you okay. That means you content. Somehow, somewhere you was compromised. You got that word? Somebody got that word? You got that?
Yeah, I need to run into y'all.
Yeah.
Do you know about the
You got
Crescent
that up?
Cultural Center over in West
Luke 18:3.
Luke 18:3.
No, select. Hold on.
You got a question?
I was just asking if you knew about the Crescent Cultural Center over in West End.
No, I don't know about that.
Okay. Well, glad to know y'all are here.
Yeah, this the word trouble. It says to reach forth offer. It says to be authors of the cause of.
To be authors of the cause of. So, you got it.
It says to exhibit,
Y'all got no paper in there?
to
My
bring,
grandson is-
to give, keep, minister, offer, or show trouble.
Okay, to give. Also, we doing that. We doing that to the Lord. We giving the Lord trouble by saying, Lord, 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 Lord. You know what I mean?
Are we there yet?
Are we there yet? That's how we trust in the Lord, and that was gonna make him spring into action. That's why I said he's not gonna hold his tongue no more and turn that wicked back. He's not gonna let them continue to wickedly exercise themselves. The wicked complain continually, you know. So this is how the Lord gonna be. This is how he's gonna be at ease too. You constantly crying.
Yeah.
You're like, man, I gotta go ahead and get, you know what I mean? You know. But it said because this widow troubles me, you got it, huh?
I will avenge her,
I will avenge her. See? You got it?
lest by her continually coming she weary me.
See? And then we just said,
Yeah.
give him no rest.
Give no rest.
And that was gonna make the Lord do it. You got it, huh?
And the Lord said, hear what the unjust judge said. And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect,
See, something not the Most High avenge his own elect. You got it?
which cry day and night unto him?
Which cry, man, because this not like the next day of America gonna be better. Like tomorrow it's gonna be better. Man, no, man. We constantly, every day, Lord, this time you're gonna give us restore the kingdom of Israel.
If I
Hey,
may,
you got it. Huh?
that made a distinction, man. The ones who crying out are the ones who gonna be his elect.
That's it.
Read that again. He just made a distinction.
That's heavy.
If you ain't crying out, you gonna be destroyed. He just said the ones who cry out. Read it.
That's heavy.
Verse 7. And shall not Yahweh avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him?
See, the elect is the ones crying day and night to him. See, the Lord give us little nuggets, man, but you got to continue in this thing. That's the
Oh,
first
that's
time I
bad.
thought of it that way too.
That's heavy. That's one of their characteristics.
That's
That's
it.
why I say wits. That's one of their characteristics. Matter of fact, you still got that Sprout 35. Continue on that, because they're going to go into it.
This is Sirach chapter 35 and verse 16. He that serveth the Lord shall be accepted with his favor, and his prayers shall reach unto the clouds.
And his prayers.
Prayers.
It wasn't just a prayer, it was prayers. Constant, man. You got it?
And the prayer of the humble pierceth the clouds.
Piercing the clouds on now. The Lord get a report now. You got it?
Until it comes down,
And until it comes down,
he will not be comforted.
see, so let you know, man, we are not finna compromise ourselves to be at ease here, man.
That's it.
We're gonna continue to cry out because a band-aid is not enough, man. We need whole new bodies, man. This a new president is not enough. This whole land need to be wiped out. We just need a new heaven and a new earth. You know? So we're not gonna be confident until our prayers be heard, which is ultimately the things concerning these scriptures, what's written in the scriptures for real. We want the scriptures to come to pass at the end of the day. We want Yahweh Shah to return. You know? They're gonna mark us being at peace. Solomon once returning. You know what I mean? That's gonna be a continuation of Solomon's kingdom. You know, what you got, Rob?
It says, and he will not be comforted
He will not be confident.
and will not depart till
It will not depart, man. Where he at?
captivity. He being oppressed.
He said he was
Crying
not,
out.
Yeah, he ain't win. It's just like you in front of somebody's door and you constantly knocking. You ain't finna walk just because he ain't knocked the first couple. He ain't answered the first couple knocks, man. We gonna constantly knock on the door till the Lord get here, man. We ain't gonna depart till everything happen, man. We ain't gonna stop praying till it happen, man. You got it?
Till the Most High shall behold the judge righteously.
Ooh. See, so now the Lord gonna come down and look at the situation and say, damn, they is failure down there. According to the crime.
Yep.
He's beholden to judge right. So what was the medicine for Sodom and Gomorrah when the angels checked out there? It was fire. So that's what's gonna happen to America. America gonna be destroyed by the way of World War III. That's the modern day fire. World War III. And if you left on the shores of America, you're gonna die. What else I can tell you? And you ain't gotta be a patriot to love America. If you say, I gotta be at this point by 10 years, you're gonna die. You know? You got it out.
Yeah, you say I gotta get to the bag. Guess what? You're gonna die.
That's it.
That's
Tag
it.
the devil.
It says, and will not depart till the Most High shall behold to judge righteously
Yup.
and execute judgment.
And execute judgment. See? Continue on.
Done. For the Lord will not be slack, neither will the mighty be patient toward them, till he have smitten in sunder the loins of the unmerciful,
See? Continue on.
and repaid vengeance to the heathen, till he have taken away the multitude of the proud,
So we ain't gonna continue, we ain't gonna stop till this happens, man. Continue on.
and broken the scepter of the unrighteous.
So once this man power is supposed to get broken, man. Matter of fact, continue on.
Done. Till he have rendered to every man.
You see that word till there?
Yeah.
Till. And they let you know it's an appointed time when these things gonna take place, man. It's not like somehow you can just slide past the judgments of the Lord. They're gonna be in your face one way, form, or fashion. Either you're gonna be preserved from it, or you're gonna be a part of that report. You got it?
Till he have rendered to every man according to his deeds,
According to his deeds. You got it?
and to the works of men according to their devices,
See, according to their devices. Now, matter of fact, continue on.
till he have judged the cause of his people.
Till he have judged the cause of his people, man. And he tells you, don't let a man give you occasion to curse you, man. Matter of fact, so get that real quick. Sirach 4, and I think it's like 4, I believe.
A
5.
little bit more than that.
Oh yeah, come on.
It
Yep.
says, and made them to rejoice in his mercy.
And made them to rejoice. And what it say? Mercy rejoicing against judgment.
Yup.
So this how we gonna rejoice. Hey, even though we was scary, we were rejoicing when that nigga got put to death last week.
Come.
Catch on.
Yeah. God.
Because he was actually oppressing us.
Yep.
You know? So we rejoiced against that.
One more
Yeah,
two-thirds
yeah,
gone.
Yep, that's
You know? One soul comes to the kingdom.
Woo! That's it. You got it, yeah.
This Sirach 4 and 5, it says, turn not away thine eye from the needy.
Oh, matter of fact, started
Sirach 4 and 3, it says, add no more trouble to an heart that is vexed.
and that was the so-called white man did. He added more trouble unto us. Oh, it tells they helped forward the affliction. That's what this nigga did. He added vexation unto us, man. And that lets you know, give me any wound, any affliction, but from the affliction of the enemy. Because you might, the king might say, give him 10 stripes. But your enemy, your arch enemy gonna give you 25. And that's what this devil did to us. You know? The Lord said he's gonna come in ships. But it was by our enemy. We had shit on us. You know, rats nibbling at our feet. Niggas threw us overboard and shit. So he helped forward that affliction. It was already bad enough. You coming all around shackled. You got shit on you. You full of diseases. But that was under the watch of your enemy. You know? So he gonna add more vexation unto you. All levels you got.
It says, and defer not to give to him that is in need.
See, and that's what this man do. You get rejected off a loan, or just any type of help, any form of help, any form of relief. He's not gonna give it to you. That's why Lazarus asked for a dip water on his tongue. That's the double, because that's what we asking for. But he's not giving it. You got
It says, reject not the supplications of the afflicted.
see, that's going back, asking for relief. You got Jake, goddamn locking arms, marching. That's them asking for relief, man. Asking for some form of help or stop beating my ass too hard. You know? But that's why we crying out. That's why we praying to y'all about some like, Lord, get this nigga, man. Our iniquity is accomplished. This nigga still beating our ass. That's just like the ring, like the bell ring, and this nigga still punching you, man. Like, damn, man.
For real.
Like the fuck, man, the bell rung. You know, you got it.
Like,
Okay, you got it.
all right, this Lamentations 4 and 17.
Yep.
As for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. That's right. Let me read this again.
That's heaven right
It
there.
says, as for us, our eyes as yet fail for our vain help.
See, their eyes yet failed for vain help because they were looking forward to the so-called white man helping them. So you tell, I don't know if it's up first or down, it said they prosecutors are swifter than eagles. That's who they were looking to that same eagle for help, man. You read that in Ecclesiastes the 4th chapter, tell you that they looked to the side of their oppressor, and that was powerful. There was no comfort in that. So they vainly hoping that the so-called white man will help them out. But this is the same nigga that put you in this position. This is the same nigga that brought you over here as slaves, you know, even as with the natives, just violently took over the land and said, you get out. This is my land. Somehow your house got his name on it now. You know? But it said we looked in vain for the help. You got it?
It says, in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
See, a nation that could not save, meaning the Edomites. That's what they go to for salvation. I'll tell you, that's why your covenant with death is going to be disannulled. Your agreement with hell is not going to stand. You know, your nose is so-called above water right now, but sooner or later you're going to drown, man. You might experience the curse of this devil one form, way, or fashion, but it tells you going to be like unto him. So I mean, you also going to experience that destruction with him. You know? But just going back, this is the same nigga that beat your ass. So you can't look at this nigga for help. How you gonna ask for a sword to caress you? You're gonna get more swords, more cuts. You know? And that's the state of, that's why we was better off when we just came out of slavery. You compare that generation to the generation after Martin Luther King, man. Who was really better off? The ones that came out of hardcore butter because they knew. Them the same nigga, man. Don't go back to that nigga, man.
That was church down here.
You know? But you had Martin Luther King saying, nah, bro, you cool. Now he got shot in the head. That what you get, Mark. That what you get, Mark.
And also when he didn't fully die,
Yeah.
the damn doctor suffocated his ass in the damn hospital. your enemy.
Yeah, man, got this shit blew out, man. You know,
Yeah.
what's up, bro?
You ain't got no $10.
That's why I gotta be strong, bro.
Yeah,
Just, you gotta be strong. You got something? Yeah, I got you. You had some on that, or that was it on that?
we continue more.
All right, just hold this real, hold that real quick.
Okay,
We're gonna finish this off.
Okay.
Just a little bit more.
So Rock 4 and 4, it says, reject not the supplications of the afflicted,
Yup.
neither turn away thy face from a poor man.
And that's what these devils do. That's why you in the hood. You can see just especially down here, you cross the train tracks, you know what side of town you on. It's very blatant down here. What you got?
God, it says, turn not away thine eye from the needy,
Yup.
and give him none occasion to curse thee.
See, give him no occasion to curse you. You got it?
For if he curse thee in the bitterness of his soul, his prayer shall be heard of him
See?
that made him.
So that prayer, it can be a curse as well. But it's ain't going to be heard of him, who?
It says, his prayer shall be heard of him that made him.
So guess what? That's what we do. And we cry in the bitterness of our soul. It ain't like we mad because a nigga cut us off. In the damn road rage and shit. We crying because why is it 5 o'clock traffic? That shit go back to the devil, man. Oh, I don't know. We cursing in the bitterness of our soul. And that lets you know it's sincere. It's very sincere, man. We ain't doing it just because we salty. And we just want what the so-called white man want. No. It's just because this shit is fucked up, man. You know?
It's like the just our bitter. That's why America called bitter. You know, it's painful to keep mad and be frustrated with the things that go on.
You gon' be bitter.
Yeah.
Hey, the Lord remind you in hell with this place. You gonna be mad at you in hell. You gonna be reminded that you in hell in America, man. Cause let's just say you having a so-called good day. You gonna see a faggot. You might see a vested commercial. Some nigga playing Tupac or some shit. You gonna be reminded this ain't the place of rest, man. That shit. I don't even know, man. It look like you got tears. It's crazy. But that's America though. But it said if you curse him in the business of his soul, the curse, it said his prayer gonna be heard from the Lord, man. But and that's what you see now. That was it on that.
One step away from
Yeah.
death.
Hey, man.
Yeah, this phone
that-
out
hey,
here took
see?
one step. Death. And I think old boy ran a red light at that.
Yeah, he did.
See? Ooh,
That dude would have looked up.
damn.
This shit crazy.
Yeah, back again.
Yeah, man. I think he's hype, man.
Lamentations 4 and 18, they hunt our steps that we cannot go in our street.
Oh, listen, they hunt our steps. And the devil got the eyes on us, man. You got cameras, your phone tap. You know, but ultimately he got pretty much control over you, man. Let's just say he want to shut down the city. It'll be easy to lock down where the niggas stay at, because 9 times out of 10 you stay in a projects where it's one way in, one way out. You stay by a dead end. You stay by where some trains at. So this nigga hunt your steps. He know you stay at. So when it's time to shut down and go right down on you, he got you. He know your favorite restaurants, Church's Chicken. He got you where he wants you. Oh, that's the cunning hunter. You know? And who he hunt? Jacob. You got it.
It says our end is near, our days are fulfilled.
See, our days are fulfilled. You got it.
Our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles.
See, our persecutors are swifter than the eagle. Let us know it's talking about the so-called white man, the Edomites. You know? That's the mascot of Esau. The eagle. And that's our persecutors. That's our arch enemy. You got it?
The ones who we crying out against.
Yep, that's who we complaining against.
It says our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They they pursued us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
See, they pursued us in the mountain, and it said so meaning what? They chased us out of Jerusalem 7 AD, and they were waiting on us on the western coast of Africa,
Ooh, in the
man.
wilderness, that's cold.
They were waiting on us, so it went like that wrath then just got at evil. It wasn't like Esau was just found. That anger still was perpetuated. It still was in him. It wasn't like we got away at Sin AD and he just said, cool, the beat is over with. No, man, this nigga waited on us in Africa, man. And he actually, tell you how this nigga's a nigga, man. He had Ishmael building the ships. This nigga had Ham scouting us out and shit, getting us. He put a lot of time and money into this, man. He put a lot of money into it. That's why the ones that actually funded this, you're gonna be the first ones that's gonna be our slaves. We're gonna know you by name. And the same shackles that you had to put on us, you're gonna have the very same shackles. They're gonna be a little tweaked, they're gonna be more rusty, more bloody. They're gonna have spikes on the inside. So you can't take them off. But you're gonna catch a lot of hell. You eat them like the so-called white man, you got a lot to pay for all these things that you have done, man. To the earth and everything within it. Especially to the children of Israel. You got it.
It says, the breath of our nostrils, the anointing of the Lord, was taken into their pits.
See, was taken to their pits. So I mean, we came to America. We went to fucking Spain. We was pretty much dispersed. The transatlantic slave trade. You know, you got it.
Of whom we said, under his shadow we shall live among the heathen.
See, under his shadow, so they were under his banner, under his so-called protection, under his wings. That's what Jake pretty much was. They pretty much got settled. They were like, okay, I'm in America now. They took the cut, they drunk it, and they were with it. They lived the American lifestyle. They took on the garments of America. They got a 9 to 5. They took the children to school. They had lunchtime. You know, these different times of this place. But they put on the garment of this place. Took on the customs of this place. You got it?
Chapter 2, verse 16, there are fields, so like in verse 15, it says, born to him, they giving this neighbor drink, that put us not bottle to him.
See, that put us that, so it was pretty much forced on us. Because he beat our nationality out of us, and then he gave us African American.
Hey, they is out there in the movie Roots.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yep.
He could call himself Kunta Kinte. They didn't call himself Toby. He put that bottle to him and made him drink.
Yep, that's it.
And that's just a glimpse of what these governments have done, man. We don't know, like we said earlier, we don't know the half.
So that's why he got to get done. That's we don't know the half. We don't know the half, but we gonna know the whole of Esau.
Okay.
We gonna know every man face. We gonna need new bodies. We gonna do this nigga.
Okay.
So how much sick things this nigga has done to us in this time? If we need new bodies to do, we gonna do to him. What's the sick level this nigga did to us? That's why I said the unfruitful work. Dog, we'll flush at the things he has done in secret, man. You know. But it was smart to get that. Just don't read that again.
God, he says, there are filled with shameful glory. It's like he says, born to him that come giving this neighbor drink, that put us not bottle to him, and making him drunken also, and thou mayest look on their nakedness.
See? So he have put the bottle to him that he may sit and look on our necklace. That's why you go to Revelation 12. That's why he's the accuser of our brother. How the hell you gonna give me the dope and then call the police on me? Nigga, you gave it to me, man.
If I made that nakedness, it go back to what you said, that garment.
Yup, that's it.
You know,
Woo!
we put on his garment. You
Yup.
know what I'm saying? And we were naked to the Lord, Yahweh Shah, if we didn't have on the right uniform. As it were. And that's part of that tawaf. That is it.
That's it. That's it. That's it right there. 'Cause you're gonna have American uniform, then you're gonna have the elect uniform. And I ain't gonna tackle the ones in the American.
That's it.
That's the part of it.
That's
What
it.
is that? That's that negative. That's the two different the garments. You know? That's it right there. But it's this nigga gave us the bar. It said he put it to it. It ain't like you said here. You said no, it said he did that.
Yeah.
And he said,
Yeah, you open your mouth and ask
nigga,
that
open your mouth and fuck that shit, man. So you don't think is this the same nigga, man? Lord, come get us from this nigga, man. Oh, that's why I said, if he be found in his hand, the same one that stole us, he gonna be put to death. And then let you know, we gonna be in a situation where we can't get out the hands of the devil. Even let's just say you go out of the country. He got to know where you're going. Even all the way down to the hotel room number. He got to know where you at. That's part of 100 steps. You know? But when we be found in the hands of this devil, the Lord gonna get this nigga. But you can go back out slow.
Lamentations 4:21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom.
Yep.
That dwelleth in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee.
So that cup coming to you now. See, you thought that slavery was just gonna go away. You thought the only thing we're gonna do is talk about it, we're gonna give a nigga a few $100 and then take it out the history books. Now the next generation is totally oblivious. No. You're gonna actually revive slavery. These devils gonna be the ones to actually revive it because they're gonna be the first fruits of it. Your first job, we already got it. It ain't like we're gonna put on someone on fire. Your first job is already set in stone. You're gonna be burying bodies. Yeah, on the list, the punch list. The first thing we doing when we clean up the planet Earth is you devils burying them bodies, which that's actually beneficial to the earth. See, the Lord killing all these niggas and these people is actually gonna benefit the earth. The earth is gonna get, that's just like feeding the earth, you know? So you do the crime, you gotta do the time. You fuck the earth up, now it's time to help it out. Bury them bodies.
Now just going back there, our whole bunch of bodies help the earth. That's what go in Devil's Punch Bowl.
Yeah,
that's why those speeches so sweet.
Yep.
Because you have the dead bodies right there.
Yep. Hey, because you're going back to the earth. You trust, you know. And they let you know, man, these devils, you can't, everything he created, it can't go back into the earth. You can't bury a plastic bottle and expect it to turn into compost. You might see a patch of darkness where you just buried that shit at, man. You know what I mean?
Back in Lamentations 4, okay, come. Back in Lamentations 4:21, it says, the cup also shall pass through unto thee.
So you go into slavery. You got it?
And thou shalt be drunken, and thou shalt make thyself naked.
See, so man, when you're gonna be not protected, man. You're gonna be drunk. You're gonna be drunken and naked. Meaning what? You're gonna be out there. You're not gonna have no form of protection or covering. You're gonna just be an open target, man. That's how we roll. The Lord left us in your hands, and you did whatever you wanted to do to us. That's how we gonna. The Lord said He gonna give us give you into our hands, but we're gonna do according to His anger, His fury. That's why we need a new body, man. So how much hell you devils gonna catch, man? A lot.
It's Psalm 75, verse 8.
Yep.
For in the hand of the Lord there is a cup,
Woo!
and the wine is red, and it is full of mixture, and He poureth out of the same. But the dregs thereof, all the wicked of the earth shall wring them out and drink them.
So the dregs, the bitterness of it, the very last, the bitter, the suds. That's the you gonna get the bitterness of slavery, man. Hey, you literally, hey man, I ain't gonna tell you, you might got down ask for a tip. It just might get to you every 2 months. You know, but you're gonna be malnourished and shit. You know these niggas used to feed us raw potatoes and goddamn rotten meat, you know, moldy bread and shit, dirty water and shit. We ain't goddamn tell we ate of the husk of the swine. We actually eat. How the hell you think we came up with chitlins and shit, man? Them niggas were giving us, they actually giving us the intestines with the shit still in it, man. You know? So how much you niggas, you gonna be catching ants and shit, man? We gonna beat your ass for that. Cause you can't eat an ant. We gonna beat your ass if you eat a grasshopper. Cause you don't supposed to be eating, it ain't lunchtime. You gonna keep y'all.
Catch it, do you like that today?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna tell you, ain't lunchtime yet. Why you eat? Motherfucker, man, I'm telling you, man. We gonna ask you why you eat. You don't supposed to be eating till next month. But you gonna catch a lot of hell. That cup gonna come to you, man. Continue on.
It says the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion.
See, and we at the end of this thing. That's why we can read these scriptures. That's why we coming against it. We saying our oppressors that we gonna become your oppressors now. That this man is about to be thrown down, and the roles is about to be reversed. That's how we know our iniquities will come, because this word is out. The report is out. Babylon is taken. Babylon is, I mean, it's through. Just like back then, Joshua Caleb said, them damn them Canaanites, them awkward ass Hamites. We can take these niggas. That's what you see now.
Right for the take.
This place is ready for the take. You got it.
It says, O daughter of Zion, he will no more carry thee away into captivity.
And then let you know, it's gonna be us. The Edomites is gonna be our last captivity. So you should want these niggas to be the Edomites, so-called white man. For you, them niggas. I ain't even seen them niggas in a minute. But the one that say Esau's not the so-called white man, you really need the so-called white man to be Esau. You really need him to be, because then let's just say this nigga Jaffa. Something worse than this?
Damn.
What's worse than McDonald's, man? So we need this nigga, which he is. The spirit of Yahweh Shema Shai. It's overwhelming evidence this man is the Edomite. You know, but it said under this man captivity, that's when our iniquity will be accomplished. You got it.
It says he will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom.
And it's happening now. That's why we call this man up. Oh, he visiting.
Yeah.
He checking it out. This nigga is that nigga they were talking about. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It says he will discover thy sin.
And his sins is been discovered. That's why we constantly harp on these things, and they have is doing to us and have done to us. That's why you got like an account. We got that old black and white picture. That was his sins being discovered. You know. So hey, I feel Lord, you will edify. Lord, when you edify, we give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash.
I'd like to give double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone. Like to say shalom to the elect that teach the word on Tuesday and Saturday. Shalom to the listeners as well. GTA
Abba. Soon.
Very soon.
Very soon.
Soon cut down like the